Hey guys, welcome to Fanfic Fanatics. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku became Gojo's descendant and became stronger? Movie. MHA x JJK. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is Crushed Dreams by Vegito 678. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. In a certain house, out in the middle of nowhere, there are two people talking to each other. Though something that would surprise people is that both people talking had white hair. So most people who would fight these two would consider them to be in the Gojo clan. While that may have been true for one of them, it wasn't true for the other. Gojo. What are you saying, man? Do you want to die? Kiro. Yes, I do. Besides, both of our lives are coming to an end. Gojo. Making a stupid face. Oh well, if you say it's for the greater good, then we have no choice. But there's something I want to ask. Kiro. Go ahead, Gojo. How do you know that your technique will be able to be passed on? Kiro. Where is this coming from? Gojo. Well, since you are as strong as me and Sukuna, I just wanted to know. Kiro. I have my ways. Don't worry, my friend, we'll meet again someday. Gojo. I hope so. Serpent. Kiro. Yeah, I get it. Gojo. Punches his shoulder in a playful manner. Just don't lose the touch when our descendants gain our powers in the future. Kiro. Yeah, I'll make sure that he or she will be able to bypass that stupid infinity of yours just like me. Gojo. Hey, don't you talk shit about my skills, Kiro. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Gojo. Tick mark, let me show you. Hand moves in a certain position. Kiro. Smiles. Gojo and Kiro. Speaks at the same name. Domain expansion. Gojo. Infinite void. Kiro. Great devours. For a few minutes, they both just stand there letting their domains clash. But after about 5 minutes of them canceling each other out, they stop. Kiro. Well, it's good to know you haven't lost the touch either, Gojo. Gojo. Same to you, my friend. Oh, by the way, I was wondering if you wiped out that clan yet? Kiro. Oh, you mean the Zenin clan? Not yet, I wanted Toji or Maki to do it. Gojo. That's rich coming from you since you are a Zenin clan member. Kiro. True, but the name Zenin, I have abandoned it. I only go by Kiro. Gojo. Smug face, or has your enemies call you Kiro the Serpent? Kiro. Look, man, I didn't ask for that, it's just my abilities that are to blame. Gojo. I know that. Looks at the time. Oh well, it's time to go now. Kiro. Don't worry, we'll be back. However, only has spirits. So all we can really do is guide our successors down the right path. Gojo. Yeah. Though I wonder how the era they will live in, what will it be like? Kiro. Who knows, but all is the same no matter what era they're from. Gojo. Yeah, I get it. Takes off blindfold and speaks seriously. Kiro. Kiro. What? Gojo. Let's finally settle this. Kiro. Takes off blindfold to show bright green eyes. I thought you'd never ask. Gojo. Takes stance with blue energy covering his fist. If I'm going to die, then I'd rather spend my last moments fighting my best friend and rival. Kiro. Takes stance as well, with green energy covering his fist. I couldn't agree more. This day was eventually called the Serpent vs. Infinity. Everyone watched the fight happen, and to say it was a spectacle was an understatement, as two things happened that day. One, the entire city of Kawasaki was destroyed, even though it was eventually rebuilt. But it didn't change the fact that the whole city was in ruin. And two, by the end of the fight, after using both of their domain expansions, by the end when the domains collapsed, both fighters were not there. A few people did try to look for them, but they always turned up short, as on the day of December 12, 2010 at 10:30 p.m. both Gojo and Kiro had disappeared from the world. But there were some people who believed it different from their last fight, as some thought it was a waste of time, while others thought of it as the ultimate way to decide who was stronger out of the two of them. Yuji. Why do you feel that way, Megumi? Megumi. It's stupid. Why not decide to just live normally, instead of fighting then disappearing? Toji. You'll never understand, brother Megumi. Listen, older brother. All I'm saying is there was most likely a better way to solve this, don't you think? Maki. Messes with Megumi. I think you don't understand, little brother. Megumi. Sis. What am I missing about this? Maki. Well, let's put it like this. We've known Kiro for a long time now, have we? Megumi. Yeah. What's your point? Maki. Well, we had our parents before they were executed by the Zenin clan. But unlike him, we had each other to keep each other company. Megumi. I get that. I had you and Toji, but I don't. Toji. Now you understand. He had no parents or siblings, so he was mostly alone his whole life, and on top of that he was the strongest. Some people think that being the strongest is cool, and yeah, it is. But you don't understand that being the strongest is also a lonely path. Because no one will able to understand you. However, that didn't apply to Gojo, as he was actually able to challenge him, and because of the fact he also had no siblings. So I guess you can say they were more than friends. They were brothers, and as the only person who could provide him his last challenge, he fought with Gojo, and then everything happened. Maki. Wow. I'm surprised, brother. That's the first time I've heard you use your brain. Toji. Tick mark asterisk huh? Maki. Tick mark asterisk you wanna go? They both clash heads together. Megumi. Alright, that's enough. Yuji. Breaks them both up what Megumi said, and either way it doesn't matter, they're gone. Todo. Why do you say that, brother? Yuji. Because I know that Gojo and Kiro-sensei will be back eventually. Maki. True, Toji. I really can't imagine anyone killing them besides each other. Nobara. Yeah, so until then let's wait for their return. Although everyone said this, Gojo and Kiro never returned, and eventually everyone died from age, though they would eventually be reincarnated due to unknown reasons when the time was right, and now 90 years later. The world has changed a lot since then. Cursed energy has become stronger, but the problem is that less and less people in the world develop the ability to use cursed energy. As such, cursed energy has become much stronger than in the past. Now most people in the world develop something called quirks, another form of supernatural powers. This event has also helped cursed energy grow stronger, since less people are using it. But for now, everyone from the past has been reborn, though they couldn't understand why, but it wasn't as if they cared. Most of them were more concerned about the rebirth of their friends. However, no matter how much they always turned up empty-handed. But one thing none of them knew was that Gojo and Kiro's successors were already born and would meet them soon enough. Izuku Yagi was born a strange kid, because instead of being born with any features from his parents, Izuku was born with snow-white hair and crystal blue eyes. This often confused people, as they would think he wasn't the child of his parents. Inko Yagi, Green Telic, and Toshinori Yagi, All Might. This circumstance didn't exactly pose a problem for Izuku, as he mostly had a nonchalant attitude towards everything. Soon Izuku will develop his own personality. But the one person who couldn't accept it was his father, Toshinori Yagi. The reason for this is because of Toshinori's hate of All for One, his nemesis, for this everyone he had come across that had natural white hair. He always assumed that they were involved when him in some way. All that hate had come from when All Might was quirkless. No one had really believed in him, not even his parents. So by the time he met Nana and by the time she gave him her quirk, he had already seen her as his mother figure. Because of that, when she was killed by All for One, a deep hate started to grow within All Might, to the point where he had went and killed All for One besides his wishes. He still killed him anyway. That was his reason for choosing not to notice his son nor like him in any way possible. However, for Izuku it was all never really bad, as he never noticed, until the day he was 4 and him and his sister, Izumi Yagi, had gone to the quirk doctor to figure out what their quirks were, though. To no one else's eyes, Izuku didn't exactly show interest in quirks or heroes. He would mostly be found reading books about a long-forgotten time in history, the age of cursed energy. But even so, his sister was still content on waking him up and her parents to go to the doctor, so they could know what they had for their powers. By the time they reached the doctor, they were given the news that would change Izuku's life in certain ways that he didn't expect. Doctor. Mrs. Yagi, I have some bad news and good news for your children. Which would you like to hear first? Inko. Worried. The good news, please. Doctor. Well, Mrs. Yagi. It seems like your daughter has a powerful telekinesis quirk that is strong than yours. Right after she heard this, Inko was overjoyed at the fact that her daughter was strong and could possibly be the next #1 hero. As she was spinning Izumi around in the air, no even trying to comfort her son who had been told that his dream of becoming a hero would never come true. Though this only served to fuel Izuku's new persona, as even though he had no quirk, he still didn't care at all. Even when Inko had picked him Izumi and left the hospital without him, he didn't care as this was nothing no him at all. This forced Izuku to walk home alone, although it was strange for other adults to see, as they saw a random kid walking down the street by himself. But still Izuku paid them all no mind. As he approached his home, he came through the front door to see his family celebrating for Izumi and not even paying him any mind. Besides him knowing this, he just walked upstairs to his room so he could sleep. However, though Izuku didn't sleep, he just went to the roof of the house and watched the stars with his crystal blue eyes, but his mind was all over the place, not because of his family, it was because of the strange feeling he would get in his eyes or the times when he would see these weird creatures everywhere he went. Although they didn't cause trouble to anyone, it did make Izuku curious. Izuku. Why? What makes me different from everyone else? After a while Izuku did eventually go back bed and fell asleep. Now you would think things would have gotten better later in time. But no, it didn't. Things did not get better as his parent began to neglect him, barely recognizing his existence at all, to the point where Izuku had to mature quicker than everyone else. This resulted in Izuku being able to make adult choices at the age of 7. Like cooking, making money, investing and everything else he decided that would important to know. At the same time, Izuku had learned something interesting about himself. That was the fact that he did have power, just not the type you expect. But also at this time Izumi, the Bakugo twins and the Todoroki twins started to bully him. But there was something special about this, and that was because about 1 week earlier, before they started to bully him, Izuku figured out that he could create a barrier that would slow down attacks to the point of them not even being able to hit at all, and that's how most of his life would be. As he would go to school to learn, and during the time, Izumi and her friends would try to bully him. But because of their ego, they never knew that their attacks weren't actually reaching Izuku. Their attacks would stop right as they were going to make contact with his face. Most of his life was this on loop. Wake to school, barely learn anything, getting bullied and put up a barrier and let them have their fun. Home, back home, go to work, get back and eat, then sleep. Always it would be this every single day. Now one would think it was a lonely life, and for Izuku, yeah, it was. However, even through this loneliness there was one thing that he did like. About when Izuku was 8 he met a girl that was like him. You see, Izuku was always wear blacked out sunglasses or a blindfold to school. It wasn't because his eyes hurt, it was just because he would always feel like he was overloaded with information every time he would have his eyes open. So he decided to cover them to fix this problem. Though one thing he couldn't explain was that when he would wear a blindfold he could see through it perfectly. It was as if he wasn't wearing it at all. But besides this point, when he was 8 Izuku met a girl about his age at the park. Izuku, walking through the park, then sees her and walks to her. Hello. Girl. Scared place asan no more. Izuku. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Girl. Looks at him. Promise. Izuku. Promise. As the girl looked at him, he realized she was wearing a blindfold like him. This had told him this girl was like him in a way, so he decided to ask a question. Izuku. Also wearing a blindfold. Hey, can I ask you a question? Girl. Yes. Izuku. Can you see? Girl. Yes, I can. I've always had special eyes. They let me see things in slow motion and see through certain places on people. But whenever I covered them I still was able to see perfectly. Izuku. I see. The girl was confused with herself, as because of the way her life had turned out she would always be afraid to see or talk to people, and yet here she was talking to this person as if nothing could hurt her at all. Girl. Why do you ask? Izuku. Because it's the same as me. I can see perfectly through this thing. Girl. Looks down. I see. Izuku. Sits down next to her. Why are you here? Girl. I was bullied. They just got done hurting me and left. Izuku. Do you know their names? This question caused the girl to shake in uncontrollable fear and she started to have a pain attack. But seeing this, Izuku had hugged her, instantly calming her down. Izuku. I'm sorry. That must have been too much to handle, sorry for asking. Girl. It's okay, still shaking. Izuku. You don't have to tell me anymore. I don't wanna cause you more pain. Girl. No, it's okay. But please, can we stay like this? Izuku. Yeah. She then placed her head on his lap. Girl. Their names are Katsumi, Shoka, and the one is my sister and brother. Momo and Minato. They started to bully me because I was born quirkless. Starts crying. These words made Izuku realize where Katsumi, Shoka had went. Because 1 year ago they would not show up to bully him. Unlike their brothers. Izuku. Caressing her hair, it's okay. I'm quirkless as well. Well, at least I thought so. Girl. Looks at him. What do you mean? Izuku. Well, earlier in life, I figured out that I can create a barrier that makes it so attacks will not hit me. Girl. I see. Well, I have something as well. As about 1 year ago, I noticed that I have a hyper sense of awareness to my surroundings. Izuku. How so? Girl. Well, I can tell what my family are doing from here. Izuku. Really? Girl. Yeah, I could explain it full detail. Action for action. Izuku. I see. That is impressive. Girl. Cries. Izuku. Worried. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Girl. No, it's okay. It's just you are the first person to believe in me. Throughout my whole life. Izuku. I see, your family also neglects you. Girl. Yeah, I was forced to grow up quick. Izuku. Me too. After this they both just sit there in the grass, looking at the lake until Izuku breaks the silence. Izuku. Hey, sorry to ask, but what's your name? Girl. 2B. Izuku. That's a pretty name. 2B. Thank you. Izuku. Do you wanna be friends, 2B? 2B. Blushing, are you sure? Izuku. Yeah, 2B. But, I'm a nobody. I'll only be a burden to you. I'm really nothing special, and if I don't wanna involve you in my problems. Izuku. Why? 2B. Because if you hang out with me, they will hurt you or me. Even worse than usual. Izuku. I don't care how that. I still wanna be your friend, and besides it doesn't matter to me what you say you are. All I see is a girl in need of someone to love. So I say let's be friends. For now on I'll protect you and you protect me. 2B. Starts crying in joy. Izuku. Caressing her hair. There. 2B. Gets up and looks at Izuku with a small smile. Yeah, I'll be your friend. Izuku. Awesome. 1000-watt smile. 2B. Blushing. Do you wanna get some ice cream? Izuku. Sure. This was the first day that Izuku and 2B actually had fun. The first day where they actually felt free. They felt as if this was the life they had deserved, not the life they were living previously. After this day was over, the duo basically became inseparable, spending almost every day with each other to the point of daybreak, all the way to nightfall. But this fun did come at a price, as the bullying did indeed get worse, to the point of being close to torture. But even though it was a tough road for them both, all their problems would wash anyway when they were together, much to the bullies' dislike, as they did not like them happy at all. At first it was just to stop getting them to try to become heroes, but then they started to enjoy tormenting them both. Although they mostly were tormenting 2B more than Izuku, and this did piss him off a lot. As for him, about 1 year into their friendship, he started to develop feelings for 2B, however he chose to not to say it, as he wanted her to feel comfortable with it, just like him. Right now we see both Izuku and 2B on a hill watching the stars. Izuku is laying down with his hands behind his head, while 2B is sitting with her legs curled up to her side. Izuku. 2B. Yeah, Izuku. Are you okay with, you know, everything? 2B. Honestly, icky. I don't know. I thought it would get better, but it seems like it's getting worse. However, lays down next to him while looking at the stars. I don't care. Every time I'm with you, I feel free. I feel like nothing can hurt me and I love it. It's a strange feeling to know that you're safe. But I don't reject it. In fact, it's the opposite. I accept it, and for all other things, It's a warm feeling like I just can't get enough of, you know. Izuku. Yeah, I do. I always felt lonely, but like you said, whenever I'm with you, I don't feel that way, and also I don't how to say this, but I feel like tomorrow things will get much, much better. 2B. You think so? Izuku. I know so, smiles. 2B. Blushing Baka. Izuku. Laughs and gets up. All right, it's time to leave before they have a meltdown. 2B. Aw man. I wanted to tell you how I feel. I'll see you later then, Izuku. Izuku. Bye 2B. Izuku then walks away, but 2B stays there for a bit longer, just staring in the direction he walked away in. 2B. I hope it won't be longer, Izuku. Then I can tell you the truth. That I love you. I have for quite a long time. But still I wanna become a woman worthy of your love. Gets up and reluctantly walks home. Well, for Izuku he was right, as tomorrow would be the best day of their lives. But even he couldn't foresee that the day afterwards would be the worst day of his lover's life and would end up changing everything about him and her. But as for now, he only focused on the next day's events that would probably take place. Today was a usual day for both Izuku and 2B, just walking into school and everyone giving them disgusting looks, but it wasn't as if they cared anymore. Instead of noticing, they both were just laughing and playing in the hallway as they walked to the classroom. 2B. Dying of laughter. Izuku. Smiling. Was it that funny? 2B. Catches breath. Yes. Izuku. Well, it was pretty. I won't lie. 2B. Yeah, but either way. How's work? Izuku. Good. Though I probably will have to go overseas soon. 2B. Worried. Izuku. Don't worry, 2B. I plan to take you with me. 2B. Hugs his arm. I can't wait. Besides, my job is also going to the same place as you. Izuku. Wait, you have a job? 2B. Of course. I had to, since, well, you know. Izuku. Yeah, but either way. Let's try to at least make something out of today. Smiles. 2B. Blush, S. Baka. Izuku. Let's do this. After they finish their talk, they go into the classroom. Bakugo. Oh, look who it is. Momo. Evil smirk. The failures. Minato. And on top of that, it's her defect of a sister. Although everyone was making fun of them, both of them didn't really react to the words at all, making their tormentors pissed off. Katsuki. Hey Deku, I'm talking to you. Mini explosions on his hands. Izuku. That's not my name, Bakugo. Katsuki. Bakugo. He used to call me Kachan. Izumi. Smirking. Hey brother. You shouldn't be talking back to Katsuki. Unless you want another beating. Izuku. Uninterested face. Yeah, okay. Do whatever you like. 2B. Come love. They're not worth our time. Izuku. Love. 2B. Playing with her fingers, while blushing. DUNOT like I it. Izuku. Number. I actually kinda like it. 2B. Oh. Smirking at him. Then I'll keep calling you that if you like. Izuku. Very well, I don't mind. Acting in a playful manner. 2B. Just sit down. Izuku. Hi. Sits down. After Izuku sat down, they started class, though most of it was everybody trying to mess with both Izuku and 2B. But they didn't exactly care. Although their tormentors were not exactly happy that they both were having fun and being happy. So they were planning to do something earlier in the day. By the end of school, Izuku. Alright, finally time to leave. Gets up. 2B. Yeah. Does the same. Izuku. So wanna meet at the same place? 2B. Sure. Just let me get my stuff and I'll be there. Izuku. Worried tone. Are you sure? 2B. Smiles. I'll be alright, love. Even though Izuku was not alright with the idea of leaving 2B alone, he decided to go along with it besides his better judgment. Though even he couldn't have known that this was the last time he would see 2B's smile in a long time. Izuku. Alright. Leaves. 2B. You worry too much, love. I'll be fine. So 2B ended up staying in the school for just a few more minutes before leaving. But she didn't know that she was being followed by a group of people. So before she could notice, she got knocked out by a female figure. About 10 minutes later, 2B wakes up but has blurry vision. Who is there? Female voice. Oh, Don't worry, someone is here. Just not the person you want to see. After hearing that voice, 2B started to get scared. 'Cause she knew who it was. But once her vision completely returned, she was met with something even more scary to her. Standing in front of her was all of her bullies and Izuku's bullies, looking at her with evil smirks. Katsuki. Hello bitch. 2B. Shaking. Momo. Hey sis. Izumi. 2B. Katsumi. So you've been hanging out with Izuku without our knowledge and he seems a little too happy. Minato. And that is not good to us. So we're going to make him suffer. Shoka. But nothing seems to work on him anymore. Shoto. So the next best thing is to torture you. Then he'll regret looking down on any of us. 2B. Looking down on you all. No, he hasn't done any of that. Momo. But that's enough talk. 'Cause if we keep talking then we won't get anywhere. Starts to walk to her sister. 2B. Trying to get free, but can't. Minato. Don't try it, you can't get away. Do it, Momo. Momo. Yeah, I got it. 2B. Crying, wait sister. Please don't hurt me. Iistill love yo you. Do ent d, oth is. I still wanna see you as a sister, why don't you understand that? Momo. Stops in front of her, shut up. 2B. Stops talking. Momo. I've never seen you as my sister and I never will. It's better for you to just to die and be forgotten. Besides, no really loves you. Not mom, not dad and not Izuku. 2B. No, you're lying. Minato. Hits her with his quirk *, don't talk about my sister like that. After 2B took that hit, she looked down and at the same time she had a realization. That no matter what she did, she was useless. Although this conclusion she came to was wrong. It was the one she came up with in her head at the moment. She couldn't help but feel worthless at those words, it had always been easy to put her down. Momo. Well, with the introductions out of the way, uses quirk time to begin your torment. Katsuki and Katsumi. Mini explosions on hands. 2B. Screams at the top of her lungs *, someone save me. Izumi. Don't try it. No one is in the school. So no one will hear you. Uses quirk. After this for about 2 hours. 2B felt nothing but pain. As she could do nothing but scream in pain. The amount of injuries she had was uncountable and random. From shattered ribs, damaged organs and more cuts, bruises, burn marks and frostbite marks than you can count. This went as far as to cause 2B to lose one of her eyes and severely damage her other eye. This was caused by Katsumi and Katsuki hitting her in the face with an explosion. Current time. Right now in a classroom there is a girl strapped to a wall bleeding severely from every spot on her body. This girl is 2B. Right now her eyes are covered by a dark shadow. She no longer has her blindfold, mostly because of it being burned off. Momo. Grabs her sister chin. What? Nothing to say. Hits her face with a metal bat. 2B. Quiet. Minato. Pissed off. Even though they started to get pissed that she wasn't screaming anymore. It wasn't because she wasn't afraid. It was that because of her damaged organs, it was agonizing to even talk. Izumi. Come on guys, she's had enough. Katsuki. Yeah, let's go. Katsumi. Before that, uses her quirk on her stomach. 2B. Vomits massive amounts of blood. Shoto. Alright, we're out. Momo then lets 2B out of her shackles on her arms. Then they all leave. 2B. Immediately falls down to the floor because of the pain. Even though she did try to stand, it was way too painful. 2B. Weak voice. Going to die. As 2B laid there bleeding out, a very warm sensation coming over her body, as if it was telling her. She turned her body over, looking at the ceiling. As she laid down there, suddenly a man appeared before her, looking down at her with a sad look. Hiro. Forgive me. 2B. Tries to speak but into much pain. Hiro. Kneels to her level. Don't speak, it'll hurt too much. So just think about it, since we can connect it, I can hear your thoughts. 2B. Who are you? Hiro. I'll answer that question in a bit, I promise. But first, do you wanna be healed and be free from this? All of this. It was a strange feeling was an understatement for 2B, as she felt the same feeling when she was looking at this man. He gave off the same feeling as Izuku. Harmless to her. 2B. Crying hard please. Please I do. That's all I want right now. Please I beg you. Hiro. Very well. This may feel weird so don't move. Right as Kiro said this, he forced the cursed in her body to use RCT and somehow without him knowing how it happened, he suddenly possessed her body via their shared cursed energy. And yes I made that up and yes I am fully aware that is not possible in JJK. So just roll with it. 2B. Stands up. Hiro. Possessing her body how do you feel? 2B. Weird. Like I have no control over my body, but I feel so light. Like I could jump up to the clouds. Hiro. I mean considering that I have strength equal to a HR user. We probably could do that. 2B. Hiro. You'll learn what that is later. For now, let's go. After this Hiro walks outside the school and stretches. 2B. What are we doing? Hiro. Wait for it. Trust me. Right as he gets done stretching, Hiro starts running, but it was much faster than a normal human should ever be able to run. He was doing this via using his cursed energy to boost body's abilities to the extremes. 2B. A very happy face. This is amazing. Looks down to see her legs moving at insane speeds. Hiro. This isn't all. Uses her body to jump really high. As she hits the ground, Hiro instantly makes her run up a building, then stops. 2B. How am I not tired? Hiro. Believe me I have ran for much longer times and besides if you fought one of my friends named Gojo, you'll realize that you always have to move quick, in order to not get hit or defeated. 2B. Who's Gojo? Hiro. 1 sec. Comes out of her body. 2B. Oh you're not possessing me anymore. Hiro. Yeah, that's enough for now. Now I'm going to tell you everything, also before that, look. 2B. Looks down to see her destroyed legs. Hiro. Don't panic, I got it. Heals her legs. Alright. Sits down on the ledge. Come sit. 2B. Okay. Sits down next him. Hiro. 2B. Have you ever wondered why your eyes are so special? Or why you are so fast? 2B. Looks at her hands now that you mention it. No I haven't. Tell me. Hiro. Have you ever heard of the serpent sorcerer? From a long time ago. 2B. Yeah he was a jujutsu sorcerer that used certain techniques that mimicked that of snakes and acid. Why you ask? Hiro. Because young lady. You're talking to him. 2B. Wait, really? Hiro. Yeah, I'm Kiro the serpent and you are my descendant 2B. 2B. I am. Hiro. Yeah, you have my gift. 2B. Gift. Hiro. Yes, your eyes are a special ability I once had called snake eyes. First up it allows you to see a person's weaknesses in their body. Secondly is it will low down your perception of attacks. Think of it like this. If a bullet was coming towards you at high speeds, in your eyes it would seem like the bullet is moving in slow motion, giving you more time to react. I was going to advise you on how to live normally with this but you seem to already have it under control. 2B. What do you mean? Hiro. Well before I get into that, I'll let you know, your perception will only low down for attacks. Nothing else will slow down, so like people won't be walking in low motion. But either way, what I was going to say at first was, if you wear a blindfold, you can cancel out the abilities in your eyes and on top of that, for some reason you can see perfectly through things even if your eyes are covered. I was never able to understand why that is, but it really doesn't matter unless it would cause harm to you in any way. But it doesn't so you'll be fine. 2B. I see. So you're saying that. Hiro. Yes. Looks at her if trained you can be just like me. 2B. Looks down and speaks in a low tone. Do you really mean that? Hiro. Yeah I do. Hold your head high. 2B. Raises head with tears in eyes. Hiro. Even though I am a spirit, I can hear your thoughts. 2B. Oh, Hiro. Listen 2B. It's okay to feel the way you feel. Believe me, if anyone had the life you had, they would think the same. But don't think it applies to everyone. Pulls her into a side hug. There are good people in this world. People who will not bully you. People who will be there for you when you need them. Those are the ones you need to protect. Everyone else is not worth your time, and if they keep trying, then put them in their place. That's the way I like to see it. 2B. So you mean it? You believe in me, Hero? Well, I wouldn't have chosen you if I didn't believe in you. You can be great, you just have to believe it in yourself. 2B. Lays down on his lap and cries. Hero pats her head. It's okay. After a few minutes of her just crying, she starts to relax before falling asleep. Hero, angry inside his mind, I swear, I will make this girl so strong. No one who has ever bullied her will be able to lay a finger on her by the end of her training. Looks up at the stars. Gojo, I wonder if you're doing the same thing with your student. With Izuku, his meeting of Gojo wasn't all that different, besides the running part. Because instead of that, while Izuku was chilling on a roof watching the sky, Gojo came to him and they had their talk, which was in some ways similar to 2B and Kiro's talk. A full day later, right now at the same park as usual, we see a young girl walking around alone talking to herself. To other people this is how it seemed, but in reality she was talking to someone only she could see. 2B. So Kiro-sensei. Hero. Yeah, 2B. When will we start training? Hero. Well, first I want to find Gojo's descendant as well before then, cause it'll make it much easier. Also we'll both be able to draw out your full power. But 2B. But, Hero. Who is this Izuku person you keep thinking about? 2B. Well, he's my best friend. Hero. Oh. Smug face. Well, that's not what your thoughts are telling me. 2B. Okay, I know. Yeah, I've had a crush on him ever since we met. Hero. Then why not ask him out? 2B. I don't know. I just wanted to see if my life could get on a better road than usual before I asked him. But I feel like he's going to feel terrible. Hero. Why? 2B. Because, well, before I was, you know, he was there with me, but I said that it's okay and he can leave. He probably blames himself, cause if he didn't leave I wouldn't have been tortured. Now don't get me wrong, I don't blame him for it. It's not like he could have known what was going to happen, but still. I just don't know. Hero. Well, he still seems like an interesting fellow and you never know. Maybe he feels the same way as you. 2B. Blushing and looks away. Demare. Japanese for shut up. Hero. Laugh, alright. After walking around for a bit, she runs into the person they had just got done talking about. Izuku. 2B. Izuku. 2B. Listen, Izuku. I just wanted to. Before she could say more, Izuku pulled her into a tight hug. Izuku. I'm so sorry. 2B. 2B. Why are you sorry? Izuku. I heard from them speaking. What they did to you was, clenching fist * unforgivable. So I'm sorry I left you. 2B. Hugs him back. It's okay, Izu. You couldn't have known what they would have done. So I don't blame you. Izuku. Stops hugging her. But are you okay? 2B. Yeah, someone special told me something really nice. Izuku. That's good to hear. Oh, and also I have good news. 2B. What is it? Hero. Appears. Wait, Izuku. Who are you? 2B. Wait, you can see him. Izuku. Ready to attack. Yeah, but who is he? 2B. Waving hands. Wait, Izu. This is the man who helped me. This is my ancestor Kiro-sensei. Hero. Don't worry, kid. She's telling the truth. Izuku. Well, since 2B is saying it, I trust her. But wait, are you here? Hero. Walks to him. I sense someone close to me. In you. Izuku. Oh, really? Hero. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry, I got this. Breaths in and out. Gojo, wake the fuck up. Gojo. Comes out of Izuku *. Why the fuck did you call me? Hero. Hello, Gojo. Gojo. Looks at Kiro. Oh, Kiro, man. How you doing? Runs to him and smacks his shoulder. Hero. I'm doing good, Gojo. It's nice to see my friend. Gojo. Same for me, man. Izuku and 2B. Wait, you know each other? Hero. Yeah, you remember 2B, when I told you about a man who was my best friend and my equal. This is him. 2B. Meet Gojo Satoru. Gojo. Same to you, Izuku. Meet Kiro Zenin. Izuku and 2B. Nice to meet you Kiro, Gojo. Gojo. Alright, now that the introductions are over. What were you going to say, Izuku? Izuku. Oh right, yeah, everything is ready, so now we can go into the house I bought. 2B. Happy face, nice Izuku. Izuku. Thank you. Also, by the way, would you like to live with me, 2B? Hearing this, 2B was overjoyed, because now she could escape from her previous life and start her new one. 2B. Smiling brightly, yes. Take me away, my prince. Izuku. A new nickname. I like it, grabs her hand, then let's go. After this, they both walk away while holding hands, leaving both Kiro and Gojo there with puzzled faces. Gojo. Not moving, Kiro. Kiro. Doing the same, yes. Gojo. I think our descendants are dense. Kiro. Yeah, they are. For a few minutes, they just stand there not moving. Kiro. Back to normal, so they are the ones who will basically are replacements. Gojo. Hey, you don't have to say it like that, even though it is true. Kiro. By the way, do you? Gojo. I know what they did to that girl. Izuku made sure to leave them a little gift at that disgusting house. They all are expecting them both to be there, but instead a reality check waits for them in Izuku's old room. Kiro. Smirks. Good. In the Yagi household, everybody is there. The Bakugo family, Todoroki family and the Yaoyorozu family, including Nezu, Aizawa and Midnight, GT, and they are all there to celebrate Izumi's birthday. By the way, Chuya is good. Also, he doesn't have the fire weakness. Nezu. So where is my nephew? Inko. Who? Nezu. Izuku. Inko. Oh, I'm not sure. Mrs. Yaoyorozu. Wait, now that you mention it. Where is my daughter 2B? All Might. They're probably in Izuku's room. Inko. Izumi, can you go get your brother? Izumi. Okay, mom. Walks up. As Izumi goes to Izuku's room, she knocks on the door. Expecting it to be locked, she was ready to walk downstairs. But instead the door was unlocked as it opened. She went into her brother's room and found nothing out of the ordinary until she saw a letter on the desk. After grabbing it, she came downstairs with it. This didn't help the atmosphere, as right as she came downstairs some people were already giving questionable stares. Izumi. So they weren't in the room. Enji. What did you mean they weren't there? By the way, he's good in this story. Izumi. They just weren't there. But there was a letter. Nezu. Hand it over. Izumi. Gives him the letter. The words in the letter. Dear Yagi family, if you're reading this, it must mean you found my letter, or maybe you haven't found it yet. Honestly, I don't really care about whether or not you find this or not. It will not change what has happened. So my question to you is, when did it start? What was it that caused you to neglect me? For you to act like I didn't exist? Do you even understand how hard it was to actually learn how to be an adult by the age of 6? However, not matter how much I say it, you wouldn't understand. As all of you in the Yagi family and Yaoyorozu are trash. No, you're more than that. Oh, and by the way, did you know that you bitch of a slut that you call Izumi actually is a bully? That includes those so-called demons you people call angels. Katsumi, Katsuki, Minato, Momo, Shoto and Shoka. So yeah, you must be surprised that even though they seem to act like angels to everyone else, they are the most disgusting people I have ever seen. Just a waste of space in my opinion. The world would be better off with you 6 dead. But for me, I do not care either way. But one thing you have done I will never forgive you for is what you did to my lover 2B. As Nezu flips the letter fully open to read the rest, a USB falls out, and after they saw it, it showed a video from a school camera on how the 6 people basically tortured 2B. Now Uncle Nezu or any of my uncles, if you are reading this, then I must guess you found my gift. Now you must be wondering, what is this? When that exact video is all the proof you need on how much trash those 6 people standing in the room are. Now I know what you thinking, Nezu. You want to blacklist them all from all hero schools. But I suggest this. Instead, blacklist them all from all hero school except for UA. Why, you ask? Wouldn't it be fun to see them suffer instead? Also, this is for both Yaoyorozu parents and my own parents. Don't try to look for me or 2B. 'Cause I am going to give her the life she deserved. A life that you failures couldn't deliver, and don't worry uncles and aunties, both of us we be back for the entrance exam of UA. With all of our hate Izuku and 2B. To say Nezu was pissed was an understatement in the moment. Nezu. Angry ** explain. Even though Nezu was not happy at all. The ones responsible for this couldn't respond out of shame. All Might. Well, mostly because he looks like him. As long as All Might finished that sentence, he was kicked really hard in the stomach, sending him flying out of the chair he was in. Gran Torino. Come on, get up. Izuku suffered this for 6 years. So you can too. So get the fuck up. Kicks him again, knocking All Might out cold. Inko. Crying, I'm sorry Izuku. Aizawa you need. Before she could speak more, Rei Todoroki slapped her hard, putting a red mark on her cheek. Rei. Bitch. Don't speak. You caused this. What type of mother neglects their own child? Inko. Couldn't respond and starts crying more. Rei. Crocodile tears. Walks away. I'm not done. Looks at Shoto and Shoka. What the hell is wrong with you two? I raised you better than this. The Bakugo twins were getting the same treatment as the Todoroki twins. Nezu. Still pissed? Alright, that's enough. Now, as much as I want to blacklist you from every single hero school in the world, because of my nephew's request, I will not blacklist you from UA. But this will not come without punishment. After hearing that, every one of the tormentors looked down in more shame. First, you 6 will go to therapy and you will do 1000 community service hours. On top of that, you will wear quirk canceling cuffs, so you can see what it like to be quirkless. So until you prove yourself, you will not take them off. Not even in UA. Although the quirk cancel effect will be deactivated when you go into UA. But if they detect you trying to use your quirk for anything bad, I don't care how much you beg, you will instantly be thrown out and blacklisted. As for you All Might and Green Tornado, and both you Mr. and Mrs. Yaoyorozu, your pay will be decreased by 80%. The 80% from the Yagi family will go to Izuku for him to live. While for the Yaoyorozu family, your 80% will go to 2B for her to live. Do I make myself clear? They all nod. Nezu. Good. Let's go Aizawa, Midnight and Gran Torino. Rei and Enji. Can we come too? Nezu. Sure. Shoka. Wait mom. What about us? We have to get home. Chuya. Slaps his sister *. Well, after you made 2B walk home all the time, you should be able to walk home as well. Leaves along with the other 2 Todoroki siblings who came after everybody left, leaving only the ones responsible. They couldn't say a word, as they all were too ashamed to say anything. Instead, the ones who had to leave just got up and left. Hiro. Watching from the window. Wow. That worked much better than I thought. Gojo. Right, turns around. All right, now it's our time to leave and rejoin our descendants. Hiro. Yeah, I know. After the note was given to their family, they tried to look for them both, only to turn up with nothing, which ended up growing the family more and more apart. With Izuku and 2B. Currently right now they both are enjoying their new lives. The first thing they had done was completely disappear from school. Now they basically don't go to school anymore. Although most people would have seen this as bad, it wasn't for them, as both 2B and Izuku were very intelligent for their age. Izuku being 11 and 2B being 10. By the way, I am changing the timeline for UA in this story, so they will be much older than usual when UA comes around. To the point of both of them being able to outsmart the rat god Nezu. So for the first 2 years of their new life they just enjoyed themselves and training with Gojo and Kiro. No really much happened during the first 2 years. The only thing that really happened was 2B getting over her past and being able to smile, and as for their training, it was great. However, the things they couldn't get was domain expansion and RCT. As for the moves, Izuku and 2B had no problem mastering them, though there were some moves they couldn't use, and after asking Gojo and Kiro about it, they had told them that some of their moves need positive energy to use, so they needed to learn RCT in order to use their full powers. But this did not stop them from training as hard as they could to master the current moves they could use. If you need a reminder of Kiro's moves, go to the info chapter. Year 4. Currently Izuku is 15 and 2B is 14. Right now they both are doing the same as usual. Though some time ago, about 3 days ago, they had almost ran into their previous family. This pissed them both off to the point of, when they started training again, they had used domain expansion out of pure hate. When that happened, it made all the anger in them go away, as they were too excited to learn about domain expansion. On top of that, along the way of them learning how to use domain expansion, they both also learned how to use their other moves. For 2B it was domain amplification, and for Izuku it was falling blossom emotion. But besides the training of their daily lives, their social life was not at all boring, as almost every day for the duo was filled with joy. But one thing that did always happen. For last 4 years they had lived together, the previous crush they had for each other had turned into full-blown love. One night while they both were in their rooms, they had admitted that they both did love each other, but they never really got into a relationship because every time they would be in a position where they could have easily confessed to each other, they would chicken out, or one of them would blush so hard to the point where they would run away. Year 6. By this time nothing really happened. Besides the fact that they had completely mastered domain expansion to the point where they both could do it in about 0.02 seconds, and on top of that they both had mastered multiple forms of martial arts. So instead of doing the usual they would do, they both decided to take a walk. Izuku, walking in the street. 2B, walking next to him. Due to the fact that it had been years, both of their appearances had changed quite a lot. So they really didn't worry about the fact that they were walking around without a disguise. 2B stops Izuku. Izuku stops and looks back. Yes. 2B playing with her fingers. I was wondering if you would like to. Before she could say more, they both hear an explosion go off in an alleyway. After they both reached the place, they saw a sludge monster holding 2 rampaging, and as they looked closer, they saw that it was holding Katsumi and Izumi. This made them both scoff at the fact that no one was going to save them. So even though they didn't want to save them, they still rushed in. DA panicking. What are you two doing? KW get back here, you kids. Izuku, while running at insane speeds, he stops. Now. 2B jumps and kicks the monster in the eye, then pulls both Katsumi and Izumi out and jumps away with them both, landing on the ground behind Izuku. Do it. Izuku, max output, blue. As Izuku says these words, a big blue orb appears and completely sucks up the sludge villain, killing him. Izuku, HFFFF. Well, that was boring. 2B, yeah. Though I wish I could have killed him. Izuku, you would have, but you had to pull those 2 out. 2B, well, besides that, let's go home. Death arms. Not so fast. Izuku, the generic hero line turns around. Yes. KW, what were you two doing? 2B, dealing with the villain. Why, you ask? DA, well, you're both under arrest for illegal quirk use. Izuku, you know you both have some nerve talking to us about this. KW, angry. What did you say? Izuku, you heard me. I mean, what were you waiting for? An invitation to the battle. I could excuse both you Kamui Woods and Backdrift for what you did, as you both had your hands full. But what about you Death Arms? Who gives a fuck about whether or not your quirk isn't suitable for the situation? That shouldn't stop you from running in there and trying to save someone. What would you have done? If we didn't show up, just let them die. Then what? You'll just tell everyone that, oh sorry, my quirk wasn't suitable, so I chose to stand there and do nothing instead of running in and trying to help. Stupid. Sigh, SOL. I could stand here and roast you all day. After saying this, Death Arms starts to look down in shame. They both start to walk away. Izuku, hey Death Arms. Death Arms looks at him. Izuku, retire from hero work, so you can save the spot for someone who actually deserves it. As he says that, everyone starts to laugh as they walk away. Yuji, in the back of the crowd, hey guys, wasn't that Gojo and Kiro sensei? Toji, yeah, though I do wonder why Kiro is a woman now. Maki, smacks her brother, that isn't important. Toji, butting heads with Maki asterisk huh. Maki, you wanna fight? Yuta, alright guys, let's not fight. We have to catch up to them. Megumi, yeah, let's go. Nobara, Time to meet our senseis. Yup, Toto. Let's go. As they all run after them. They couldn't find them, but eventually, because of Yuta, they were able to find them walking around in a park. Yuji reaches them. Gojo sensei. Izuku turns around who? But before Izuku could think more about it, he was tackled into a group hug, same with 2B. Right after this day, both Izuku and 2B had explained that they were Gojo and Kiro's descendants. But this didn't stop them all from being friends. This friendship provided a lot more happiness to their lives. Year 8. Right now Izuku is 19 and 2B is 18, and things are going much better than before. First, because of training with their friends, they both were able to learn and master RCT, making them both much stronger than before. Second is that their friendship with everyone has become much better over the years, to the point where they all see each other as one big family. For right now, both Izuku and 2B own cars, and Izuku had driven them both to the front of UA, where Toji was waiting for Izuku and Maki was waiting for 2B. For third, it was a sad day for the duo, as on that day a week before the entrance exams into UA, Hiro and Gojo ended up dying, as they both revealed that they couldn't stay forever. Both Izuku and 2B did cry, but Hiro and Gojo had told them that they would always be watching over them both and to keep their heads high and look to the future. Week later, current Izuku, current 2B, Maki. You guys ready? 2B. Ready. Izuku. Are you guys sure you won't join us? Toji. Nah, but all of us will be on call, if you ever need us. Izuku. Perfect, Toji. Anyway, go ace this test. 2B. You got it. They both walk off into UA holding their heads high in aspiration. Though even they couldn't have known that this trip would be filled with rage and love. Izuku and 2B POV. Both of them just stand there admiring the view of UA. Izuku. I can't believe we made it here. 2B. Yeah, but either way, I see life in a new light now. So they will play by our rules. Izuku. True. 2B. Are you nervous? Izuku. No. 2B. Why? Izuku. 'Cause we're the strongest. Smirking. 2B. Smirk. Yeah, you're right. As they were walking towards UA, a girl ended up tripping, and before she hit the ground, Izuku caught her. Izuku. Are you alright? Girl. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Izuku. Stands up, you're welcome. 2B. Are you taking the exam as well? Girl. Yes. 2B. Well then let's give it our best. Smiles. Girl. Yeah. As they were about to talk again, both Izuku and 2B's tormentors ended up passing them by hitting their shoulders. Katsuki. Move, you extras. All of them walked towards UA. Izuku and 2B would be lying if they said that seeing them didn't make them angry. But remembering their teachers and friends helped them calm down. 2B takes a deep breath and starts walking again. Izuku. We'll see you again. Waving to the girl and runs to catch up to 2B. 2B. Let's do this, Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, in the auditorium. In the auditorium they had to do 2 tests. One of them was a written test, and although it surprised everyone else because of how difficult it was, Izuku and 2B ended up completing it in record time, 2 minutes. So when they turned it in, the teacher present, Mike, didn't believe them. Until he checked it and noticed that all the answered were right. Down to the T. Mike. Alright, you two sit down until everyone else is done. Izuku and 2B. Okay. Goes to sit down. Katsuki. Watching them tch. Izumi. Why does that boy look familiar? Momo. Thinking the same thing as Izumi, except it was for 2B. Minato. A looker, huh, she'll be mine eventually. Izuku. Hey flower. 2B. Yes love. Izuku. Whispering, you realize they will call Uncle Nezu because of us. 2B. Yeah, I know. We finished too fast. Izuku. Resting his head on his hand, oh well. Nothing we can do, just wait until then. 2B. Yeah. Lays head down. As they started to chill, everyone started to think they were lazy weak. But it was the opposite. Everyone had seen them turn in their tests really early. As for the other thing, to everyone else, it would seem like they were weak, but if you actually knew them, Then you would know that if they wanted to, they could have easily taken over this world if they wanted to. Mike calls Nezu. In Nezu's office. Nezu. I wonder what type of students we will have this time. Nephew and niece. I hope you're here as well. Here's call and answers. Nezu. On the phone. Hello. Hazashi. Nezu. Nezu. What's up, Hazashi? Is something wrong? Hazashi. No, it's just there are 2 students that ended up completing the test within 2 minutes. Nezu. Interesting. Only my nephew and niece could rival my intelligence. Don't do anything. Just watch over them. Hazashi. Got it. Hangs up. Nezu. We may finally have a lead, after about 8 years. Back in the auditorium an hour had passed. During that time, everyone had turned in their test and then present Mike started to discuss the next test to everyone, but at some point a blue-haired kid stood up and interrupted Mike, which after explaining why he did, he pointed at Izuku and 2B. Kid. Yelling you two. Izuku and 2B. Opens one eye. What? Kid. You two have not been taking this seriously. I suggest you both leave if you going to waste everyone else's time, with your constant talking and your nonchalant attitudes. Izuku. Gets angry. 2B. Touches Izuku's shoulder. Calm down, love. I got this. Izuku. Alright. 2B. Stands up. Hey you. If you weren't so arrogant, and interrupted present Mike. He was going to explain that the last robot is but an obstacle, so you have to avoid it. But you were too busy inflating your own ego, to let him finish. So how about you get that stick out of your ass and shut the fuck up? After saying that, 2B sat back down and Izuku was smiling because of her. Putting that kid in his place and the fact that she said the last part of her sentence with bloodlust. Kid. Sits back down. Mike. Well, as the little listener mentioned, the last robot is but an obstacle, so just avoid it. Although you are free to destroy it, if you want. Now go to ground beta. As he said this, Izuku grabbed 2B and disappeared, then reappeared at the ground. 2B. I will always say this until I'm old and gray, but your teleport is so useful. Izuku. Thank you. Also I can see that that kid annoyed both of us. 2B. Yes, he was annoying as fuck. Izuku. Would you like a change of clothes? 2B. Nah, what we're wear is fine. BTW, they're wearing the outfits in the last chapter, in the pictures. As they both sit there for about 5 minutes, everyone else shows up with present Mike. Mike. Are you both sure you wanna wear that? 2B. Yeah. Mike. Alright, if that's what you want. Climbs up the tower. Alright, you all have about 30 minutes once the gate opens. Everyone gets ready and about 10 seconds later the gate opens. Izuku and 2B. Rush in. Student. Laughs at them. Now they're expelled. Student number 2. Yeah. Mike. What are you doing? There isn't a countdown in a real fight, just go. Hearing this, everyone panics and rushes in. While Izuku and 2B were running at high speeds. Izuku. Hey 2B. Let's us our techniques on our fists. 2B. Sure. Izuku. Puts Lapis blue on his fist. 2B. Puts melt on her fist. After doing this, Izuku's fist were glowing blue, while 2B's were green. Izuku. Alright. Let's split. 2B. That and stop holding back on the speed. Izuku. Yeah, right. As this is said, they start to move even faster. To the point where the cameras watching the test couldn't keep up with them. The only thing that was noticeable was the robots. They would either be completely crashed or some of them would just melt into nothingness. With the teachers. Nezu. So I see we have quite a lot of interesting students. Aizawa. Who is at the top? Nezu. Well, it's hard to say. 'Cause there are 2 that are fighting for it. They are 2B Zenin and Izuku Gojo. Both of them have 464 points in counting. Smentos. What? Midnight. They completely destroyed Small Might's record. Aizawa. Nezu. I want them both in my class. Vlad. Wait, that's not fair. Nezu. I'll allow it. Aizawa. Inko. Izuku. Nezu. Now it's time for the big guns. Presses a red button. Back to the field. Right now, there are 2 people sitting on a roof. These people are Izuku and 2B, and even though they just ran at full speed for about 25 minutes, they were not even sweating, nor were they tired. 2B. Stretching, that was a good workout. Izuku. You said it. As they sit there, the ground starts to ramble, then out of nowhere, the 0-pointer comes out. Izuku. Well, no need to waste energy on it. 2B. Agreed. Girl. Somebody help me. Right after hearing that, they both see the same girl they saw at the entrance of UA about to be crushed. Which makes them both jump down to help. But something that did make them angry was when they were running to save her. Both Izuku and 2B saw some of their tormentors standing there in fear. 2B. Get ready. Asterisk melts the boulder and picks up the girl and runs to a safe distance. Izuku. Holds up finger reversal red. Start at 7 seconds and end at 18. As Izuku says those words, a small red orb appears on his finger. But once that red orb shoots out towards the 0-pointer robot, it gets completely obliterated, including everything else behind it. Izuku. Sweat drop. I may have forgot to hold back a bit on that one. 2B. Deadpanned look. You think. Although I was also thinking of using a powerful melt on it. Mike. ANDDDD. That's time. Izuku. Oh, it's over. 2B. Man, it was just starting to get fun. Girl. In pain. 2B. Are you alright? Girl. I broke my ankle. 2B. Lay still, I'll help you. RCT. Just as 2B grabs hold of the girl's ankle, it gets completely healed. 2B. Better. Girl. What do you mean? Stands up and is completely fine. Wow. That's amazing, thank you. 2B. No problem. On the speaker, can Izuku, Gojo and 2B Zenin come to the principal's office? Izuku. Alright, well, I guess that's us. 2B. Annoyed face. Izuku. What's the matter? 2B. I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be a very annoying experience for us. Izuku. Well, I feel the same way, but we never know, right? 2B. Yeah, but same, I hold out hope that we don't meet them. Izuku. True, but either way, let's go. They both walk off, but much to their dismay, all of their tormentors were following them. Izuku and 2B POV. We see two people walking through the hallways of UA. Both of them are on their way to the principal's office, but if you were to look them in the face, you could see that they both were extremely annoyed. 2B. Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, 2B. You can sense them, right? Izuku. Yeah, they've been following us forever. My guess is they are going to learn about our identity. 2B. Smirk. Good. I've been wanting to deal out some punishment to them all for a long time. Izuku. Chuckles. Yeah, just try not to kill them yet, okay? 2B. Waving hand high. After walking for a bit longer, they reached the door to the office. Izuku. Well, I can tell this won't be fun. 2B. Sigh. Let's get this over with. I just wanna go home. As they both entered, they were met with people that didn't exactly help their mental states. In the room was Izuku's parents and 2B's parents, including Nezu, Aizawa, Present Mike, Midnight Gran Torino and Recovery Girl. Izuku. So what's up? You called us. Nezu. Yes, I did. I just wanted to ask a couple questions is all. 2B. Ask away then. Nezu. Are you two so fast? Not even our state-of-the-art cameras could keep up with you. No matter how much we tried slowing down the footage. Izuku. A little something called cursed energy. Nezu. Wait, you mean you can control cursed energy? 2B. Yup, we're the strongest in terms of abilities and how much cursed energy we have. Nezu. Interesting. Aizawa. Yes sir. Nezu. I want these two to be in your class. Aizawa. Grin. Yes sir. Nezu. Alright, next question. Who are you two? 2B. Ah, you're so cruel, uncle. Izuku. You don't recognize us. They both took off their blindfolds, which made everyone cry. Izuku and 2B. It's us, 2B and Izuku. Midnight. Cries and hugs 2B. I've missed you, my niece. 2B. Pats her back. I missed you too, auntie. Izuku. Dodges Gran Torino. Don't worry, uncle, I haven't lost the touch. Even though I didn't even need to dodge you. But still. Gran Torino. Good. Recovery Girl. Both of you sit down now. Right as they heard that, they both sat down immediately, afraid of what their grandma may do. RG. hits both their heads with a cane. Do you know how much we worried about you? Izuku and 2B, Bo's heads were sorry grandma. Please forgive us. RG, glaring at them both for the nice display of power. You will get a pass this time. Izuku and 2B, sighs in relief. RG, but if you do it again, you will feel the wrath of my cane. Izuku and 2B, shacking yes grandma. As they were sitting there scared, RG suddenly hugged them both. RG, but in all seriousness, please don't do that again both of you. I was worried sick about the two of you. Izuku and 2B, we're sorry grandma. RG, stops hugging them, you're forgiven. Izuku, thank you. 2B, thank you. Inko, baby, Mrs. Yaoyorozu, honey. After hearing this, both of their expressions become dead serious. Izuku, what, Toshi? We're glad you're okay. 2B, don't be. Mr. Yaoyorozu, that's not how you should talk to your parents. 2B, parents, you mean the parents who didn't even know I existed until I decided to leave. Izuku, same goes to you as well ass Might and Bichko. Toshi, son, Izuku, you don't get to call me that, not after everything you've done. So if you don't have anything else to say, both, we will leave here. As soon as they say this, all of their so-called friends burst into the room. Katsuki, hey damn Deku. Izuku, sigh, it's the loud as fuck guy. Bakugo, Katsuki, what the fuck did you call me? Izuku, covers ears, can you stop yelling? 2B, he's annoying. Momo, sister. 2B, oh hey bitch. Momo, please can you just listen? 2B, listen. Hearing that ended up making 2B angry as she started to release curse energy, covering her body in a green aura. Like this, except the aura is green. 2B, listen huh? Did you stop when I begged you to stop hurting me? No I didn't fucking think so, so don't even start calling me your fucking sister. You made it very clear that day, that I wasn't your sister, I'm just a mistake to you, and now that me and Izuku have power you fuckers wanna suddenly be a part of our lives. Like you could just erase the past and that we would just forget and forgive you for everything you did. News flash assholes, we will never forgive you. As for you 7 asterisk points at all their tormentors asterisk, you better count down your days, cause I will be damned if I didn't want to end your lives. So I would enjoy your lives for now. Cause I can promise you this. I don't care WHO gets in our way. We will end your meaningless lives. Izuku puts hand on her shoulder, that's enough love. As 2B looks at Izuku, she had a face full of anger. But a few seconds later, she completely calms and falls into Izuku's embrace. 2B, sorry Izuku. I couldn't help it anymore, I had to get that off my shoulder. Izuku, it's okay, if you didn't do it. I was going to do it. Looks to see everybody afraid and laughs. Nezu, I'll be right back. Teleports away for a bit, then reappears. Sorry I had to put her to bed. That took a lot out of her mental state. Though I can't blame cause. Looks up with a crazy look, I'm the same. Anyway, is there anything else you wanna talk about? Nezu. Nezu. No you're fine nephew, just get to 2B. Izuku. Yeah I got it. Mr. Yaoyorozu. Wait, Izuku. Annoyed what? Mr. Yaoyorozu. Where is my Izuku? If you say daughter, I'll end you right here, right now. Mr. Yaoyorozu. I'm not afraid of you. Asterisk grabs Izuku's collar, so take me to her, that's a order you quirkless freak. If you don't I will find her and take her from you. Or just kill her since she's quirkless. Everybody got shocked because of how 2B's father acted right now. He had expressed his true emotions. Izuku puts fingers in a certain way. Domain expansion. Infinite void. Mr. Yaoyorozu. I can't move. What is this? I feel like nothing. Izuku grabs his head. This is my domain expansion. Infinite void, or the inner world of the limitless. Perception and communication are repeated an infinite number of times here. Or another way to put it is your mind is being filled with an infinite amount of information, causing your body to freeze in place. Mr. Yaoyorozu. What the hell? Izuku. Face turns deranged. So if you can't move, what if I did this? Starts to pull on his head. Mr. Yaoyorozu. Starts to feel immense pain. After a bit, Izuku completely rips off his head. Then dispels the domain expansion, and as everyone wakes back up from domain after Izuku helped them, they all saw Izuku holding the head of their father. Mrs. Yaoyorozu starts to scream. Momo cries. Minato gets angry. Izuku holds his head up. This is to be meant by "we both will end your meaningless lives." Crushes the head into a bloody pulp and picks the body. After picking up the body, Izuku walks to the window, confusing everyone. Izuku read. The windows shatter. Then Izuku proceeds to throw Mr. Yaoyorozu's body into the air. Izuku puts hands together, laps blue and reversal red. Purple sparks on his hands. Hollow purple. As he says that, a massive purple ball of energy appears in front of him. Then he flicks the ball forward. Right after doing that, the ball makes contact with Mr. Yaoyorozu's body, vaporizing it. Izuku, good riddance, turns around to see shocked faces and angry faces. If you wanna attack me, go ahead. But just know that if you do, you will suffer the same fate as that disgrace. Hearing this caused everyone who was going to attack Izuku back down. Izuku faces goes back to normal. Good choice. Now I must leave, my girl is waking up. Teleports away. Momo scared. What have we done? Katsumi and Shoka shaking. IIDD don't wa nn-a-de. Aizawa, well, you should have thought about that before you did something so stupid. Nezu, I can't wait for my nephew and niece to kill you all. For Izuku and 2B's tormentor, some of them were standing there afraid and in despair, not wanting to die. However, there were some that were angry at Izuku and 2B for ruining their lives and also threatening them. Katsuki, Shoto and Minato, I swear on my life, I will end you both. At Izuku's house, Izuku walks into the room to see 2B awake. Morning, sweetheart. 2B, morning, it's the afternoon. Izuku, still, I wanted to say that since you just woke up. 2B, so is he dead? Izuku, your father, yes. 2B, good. Izuku, anyway, let's get to bed since tomorrow is our first day. 2B gets out of bed and hugs Izuku. Thank you. Izuku blushes hard. I love you. Izuku, surprised. 2B pushes him out her room and closes the door fast. Izuku couldn't help but stand there surprised. But a few seconds later his face softens into a smile. Izuku, I love you more. Walks to his with hands in pockets. In 2B's room, she is hugging her knees while blushing. 2B, Baka, I wanted you to stay. The next day, Izuku and 2B walking down the hallway to class 1A. Izuku, hey 2B. 2B, Izuku, what do you think everyone is going to say to us once we get to the class? 2B, well, just for the thought. I think that other guy we ended up meeting with the glasses. You remember him? Izuku, yeah. 2B, I think he going to tell us to take off our blindfolds. Izuku, agreed. 2B, speaking of which, we're here. Izuku, oh yeah. What they hear? Shut up, you high up. 2B sighs and speaks in an exhausted voice. Well, I wonder who that could be. Izuku, who else could it be? As they both walk in, they see the person they expected. Bakugo yelling at Lita. Lita, get your feet off the table. Hand signs. Katsuki, why the fuck do you care? Asterisk lookings away. Asterisk fucking extra. Lita, such language. Are you sure you're trying to be a hero? Sees Izuku and 2B and walks to them. 2B notices him. What's up? Lita bows to them both. I'm sorry for judging you both. I had no idea you were so strong. Also, my name is Lita. Izuku, strong. Well, to be honest, I was holding back quiet a lot. Lita, wait, really? 2B, yes, but still it's nice to hear you apologize. Mina walks up as well. So what are your quirks? My name is Mina. 2B, we're quirkless. After this a good portion of their tormentors started laughing. Shoto, you hear that? Katsuki, they are just quirkless trash. Although they both were laughing, no one else was. Sato, so you're quirkless. My name is Sato. Izuku. Yes. Ochako. Excited voice asterisk and yet you are that fast. Also my name is Ochako, I hope we can be friends. Both 2B and Izuku were surprised. Izuku. You don't hate us. Ojiro. Should we? Ojiro is the name. 2B. Number. It's just that usually everyone would laugh when we would tell them we're quirkless. Jiro. Who cares? When you guys are that freaking strong. Jiro's the name. Izuku. Thanks. Also, Uncle, how long do you plan to sit there? The entire class looks to see a yellow caterpillar on the ground. Aizawa. Well, it was worth a shot. 2B. Sigh.S uncle. Aizawa. I know. Anyway, go to the field and meet me there and change into gym clothes. Izuku and 2B. Yes sir, walks away. Ochako. What about orientation? Aizawa. You're not here for school work. You are here to be a hero. Now go. In the changing rooms. Kirishima. Damn man, you're jacked. My name is Kirishima. Izuku. Thank you. You're not so bad as well, Kirishima. Kirishima. You think so? Izuku. Yeah. As Izuku was standing there, his goofy side ended up kicking in. Izuku. Devil smirk, hey bro. Kirishima. Yeah. Izuku. Flex with me. Kirishima. Smiles. After that they both keep their shirts off and starts to flex their muscles in funny ways. Mineta. Hey guys, look, I found a hole that goes to the girls' room. Lita. Hey Mineta. That is unacceptable. Mineta. I don't care man. I wanna that new girl's ass and boobs. Before Mineta could look through the hole, he was suddenly pushed against the wall by invisible force, and after looking he sees Izuku standing there looking at him with a not so friendly smile. Izuku. If you look at my girl, I will paint these walls with your organs, but before I do that I will rip out all of your teeth. One by one slowly, so get changed and go outside. Do I make myself clear? Mineta. Nods fast. Izuku. Freeze him, get the fuck out of my sight. Mineta. Changes fast and runs away. Kirishima. Crying anime tears, that was manly. Izuku. Also cries anime tears, Kirishima. Kirishima. Izuku. They then both do a bro handshake, declaring themselves as best friends as there was anime light on them both. Everyone else in the boys' room, sweat drop. All the scores are just like canon. So I'm skipping to the ball throw. Aizawa. Throws a ball to Izuku, throw that. Izuku. Alright. Stands in the circle. As Izuku was about to throw it, he felt something different, so he looked at his uncle looking at him with a scary look. Though it didn't scare Izuku even a little bit. Aizawa. Listen Izuku, even though I'm your uncle, I want you to give it your all. If not then I'll expel you. Izuku. Alright, you should have just said so. Looks to 2B love. 2B. Yes, Izuku. You should protect everyone. 2B. No fucking way you're going to use it. Izuku. Yes I am. 2B. Very well. Everyone stand behind me. Domain amplification. After this, a dome starts to protect everyone. 2B. Go ahead. Uncle, I love you, but you're going to regret this. Aizawa. What do you mean? 2B. Cause me and Izuku are quiet special. You'll see. Izuku. Takes his blindfold off and takes a stance and starts chanting. What they meant is, during their training with Gojo and Kiro, they realized that they were much stronger than both Gojo and Kiro were, in their era. To the point where they both had created ultimate moves. For Izuku it was a 200% hollow purple, and for 2B it was a special move she created called Melt Slash. But these moves had one problem, and it was that both Izuku and 2B had to chant in order to use these moves, and on top of that, these ultimate moves could kill them. The difference being that when they used smaller versions of these moves, it would have no effect on them. Unlike Gojo and Kiro, Izuku holds one arm out and plants his other arm on the middle of his outstretched arm. In the dome, Katsuki. Whatever that damn Deku does, he will always be a nobody. Izuku finishes chanting. Purple lightning starts rampaging, but it also gathers towards his 3 fingers asterisk 200% hollow purple. A massive purple ball of energy then forms in front of Izuku. Izuku. Uses other arm and throws the ball in the air and then shoots the hollow purple at the ball. Once it reaches space it causes an explosion of purple, that causing a air gust to hit them, making their hair stand up. Izuku takes a breath. Well, that was something. Everyone except for 2B, shocked faces. Izuku. What? Aizawa. Yeah, I regret that. So 2B. It's your turn, but can you not do something like that? Throws another ball to 2B. 2B. Alright. Walks to Izuku. Also Izuku. I noticed that 200% was stronger than expected. Izuku. Yeah, I noticed too. I guess that's what Sensei Gojo meant by saying, we will be hundreds of times stronger than them in their primes. 2B. I will show off too. But I have to make such mine doesn't cut the ball in half. Izuku. Yeah, I got this one. Puts blindfold back on. 2B. Alright. Takes blindfold off and starts to chant, while being in a stance. After a minute, instead this time, green electricity starts to spark around her. 2B. Holds a open hand out with compressed fingers. This ends up creating 2 green slashes in a plus sign look. These slashes radiated energy equal to the 200% hollow purple. 2B. Throws the ball in the air. Melt slash. The entire class and Izuku watch as the slashes carry the ball into space, making it so both Izuku and 2B got infinity on the phone Aizawa was using to measure their score. Aizawa gets annoyed. You both are monsters. Izuku and 2B specking at the same time. Sorry uncle. Aizawa. Yeah, whatever. Katsuki and Minato start running to both Izuku and 2B with their quirks ready to hurt them. What the fuck did you two do? Tell me. 2B. Paralyze. Before the 2 boys could reach them, they both got a sudden cut on their shoulder. Then not even 2 seconds later they stopped running at them all together. Katsuki. Trying to move. What did you do? Minato. Answer me, bitch. Aizawa. What did you do? Niece. 2B. It's called paralyze. It allows me to paralyze anyone who gets cut by the move, when I do it. Aizawa. Grin. Can you paralyze their tongue? 2B. Grins right back. Yes uncle. I can. Aizawa. Good. I will ask you to use that ability a lot more. 2B. You've got a deal uncle. Aizawa. Anyway, go back to class. 2B. Alright. Izuku. Uncle. Let's teleport. Aizawa. You can teleport. Izuku. Yeah. Grab my shoulder. 2B and Aizawa places a hand on Izuku's shoulders. Aizawa. Wait Izuku. Izuku. I won't do anything, unless you're ready. Aizawa. Turns to the rest of the class. The rest of you go change and meet us back in the classroom. Everyone. Yes sensei. Izuku. Alright, you ready? Aizawa. Yeah. Izuku. Good. Teleports away. Katsuki. Angry face. I swear I will defeat you both and prove I'm the strongest. Another day later. Izuku. Resting feet on his desk. 2B. Doing the same. As they both sit there, they hear running steps outside. We are. Door opens. To reveal All Might and Green Tornado. But coming in the room like normal people. Afterwards everyone got excited because of their entrance. Though Izuku and 2B were the only ones who were not too happy about that. Izuku. Of course they had to be your fucking teachers. 2B. Just fucking great. Tornado. Now we are going to be doing you ask. Izuku. Literally nobody fucking asked. All Might. Holds up a card. Battle training. Bakugo. Smirks battle. Minato. Training. All Might. Alright, meet us at Field Gamma B. After saying that 2B and Izuku couldn't take it anymore, so they just walked out the classroom to get ready. While walking, 2B. Smiling evilly. Izuku. I know that face. Who's next? 2B. My brother and Katsumi. Izuku. Cool. 2B. Zuzu. Izuku. Yes. 2B. Let me handle it. Please. Izuku. They're all yours. 2B. Kisses his cheek. Thank you. Izuku. You're welcome. After a while, everyone meets at the field, but the only ones who were not there was Izuku and 2B. All Might. Where are Izuku and 2B? Suddenly they both ended up appearing in their outfits. Izuku. 2B. Lita. You two should be disappointed. 'Cause you're late. 2B. Listen up, Lita. Just because we ended up forgiving you, doesn't make us friends, so shut the fuck up. Lita. Speechless. Izuku. Alright, let's get this damn show on the road. 'Cause as far as I'm concerned, both. We don't wanna be here. They had lied. Because they were there to kill the ones who ruined their lives. All Might. Alright, so like said, this will be battle training, or to put it in simple terms, gets cut off. Tornado. How this will work is one team will be the villains and the other team will be the heroes. The goal of the heroes is to touch the fake bomb in the fake city. All Might. Sad, I was going to say that anyway, let's get our teams together. Tornado. Izuku and 2B equals Team A. Ochako and Lita equals Team B. Ashido and Kirishima equals Team C. Minato and Katsumi equals Team D. Shoto and Shoka equals Team E. Mineta and Sato equals F. Momo and Asui equals G. Toru and Tokiyami equals H. Katsuki and Kaminari equals I. Shoji and Kota equals J. Aoyama and Shiro equals K. And lastly Jiro and Ojiro are Team L. All Might. Now we will draw lots to decide who will fight first. Lita. Is there any better way? Izuku. You dumbass. You think you're always going to be teamed up with someone who has a power that goes well with yours. Kirishima. Crying anime tears, that was manly. Izuku. Starts crying as well, I know. As awkward as it was. They both then hugged while crying. Which made everyone sweat drop. I'm sure you've noticed while reading this story that Kirishima is my favorite character from MHA. Also, don't be mad at me, but I'm going to give Kirishima 2 different moves during his fight. So I apologize in advance. Deadpool. Now they're mad. See what you did. Author. Shut up. I'm going to continue the story, so fuck off. Deadpee. Alright. Flies off on a unicorn. All Might. Now the first fight will be against Team C and Team F. Kirishima. YOSHAAAAAAAAA. Izuku. Hey, that's a Vegito line. Do your best, bro. Kirishima. You got it. Tornado. Villains, you go in. Heroes, you make a plan. After about 5 minutes they go in the building. Kirishima. Running through the halls. Hey Ashido. Ashido. Yes. Kirishima. If we run into Sato, I want you to run, 'cause you won't be able to handle him. Only I can, so once that happens leave him to me. Ashido. Okay. In the control room. Izuku. Crossing his arms smiling at the screen. 2B. I can see your face. What did you do? Izuku. Nothing. I just gave him something that'll help him forever. 2B. What did you teach Kirishima? Izuku. Well, I only taught him to make smarter decisions, and also I taught him Black Flash. 2B. Wow, that is nice. Anything else? Izuku. I took him to Yuji and Toto. So my guess is he now knows Divergent Fist and the Boogie Woogie. 2B. Oh shit. Looks at the screen, that means Kirishima is a force to be reckoned with. Izuku. Yeah, that, and I just like him a lot. He's a good guy. 2B. Agreed. Izuku. Hey, look, there he goes. 2B. Deadpan face. What the fuck did I expect? Back to the battle. Kirishima was completely destroying Sato by using Boogie Woogie and Divergent Fist in sync with each other. The fight was completely one-sided as Kirishima kept using Boogie Woogie every time before he could be hit, and then punching Sato right back with Divergent Fist and his hardened quirk. Clap and punch. Sato. On one knee. How are you doing that? Kirishima. Izuku, bro was right. This move is fun, but now it's time to finish this. Ultimate mate move. Hardened black. After saying that in his head, Kirishima used his quirk to its limit and then used Boogie Woogie, causing him to appear in front of Sato. Lastly, with his hardened fist, he punched Sato with a Black Flash, knocking him out. In the control room. Izuku. Widened eyes. Wow, I didn't expect that from you, Kirishima. You used your quirk, so your punches would hurt more than hit him with Black Flash, which is already a painful move. On top of that, you used Divergent Fist to make it feel like he was hit with 2 Black Flashes, but that wasn't the most impressive part. The most impressive part was that you used Boogie Woogie. It make a inescapable Black Flash. Gets excited. I can't wait until we fight, bro. 2B. Smiling, nicely done Kirishima. Back to the fight. Kirishima. Reaches the bomb Ashido. Ashido. Kirishima. Mineta. Laughing, what are you going to do? I trapped the room with my quirk. Kirishima. Smirks confidently. Ashido. What's the problem? Kirishima. Ashido. Just get ready to touch the bomb. Lifts hands. Clap. Just then, to Mineta's surprise, he ended up switching places with Ashido, making so she was right in front of the bomb. Ashido was confused as well. A few seconds later she touched the bomb, giving them the win. All Might. Asterisk on the speaker asterisk hero team wins. Kirihima. Yeah, high five. Ashido and Kirishima. High five. After they finish, both of them go back to the control. Kirishima then sees both 2B and Izuku looking at him with proud faces. Izuku. Good job, bro. Kirishima. Thank you for teaching me that. Izuku. No problem. Time skip to the final battle. All Might. Alright, lastly for today is Team A vs Team D. 2B. Finally. I was getting tired of waiting. Izuku. Alright, let's go. Minato. You better be ready to die. Katsumi. Restored her ego asterisk, yeah, there's no way a quirkless piece of shit could beat us. So I will win this and kill you both. 2B. Right back at you, brother. Izuku. You're pathetic, Katsumi. Trying to act like you're not afraid. All Might. Alright, you know the drill. Team are the villains. 2B. Widening smile. Izuku. Alright, we'll be waiting. After this, both 2B and Izuku go to the bomb. 2B. With her back turned to Izuku. Izuku. I can already tell what's on your mind. So don't worry, I'll protect the bomb. 2B. Doesn't respond and walks away. I swear I will end both of your pitiful lives right here and now. Tornado. Hero team, you may enter. 2B. You forgot to mention that this will be their last test ever. Starts running through the halls. With Minato and Katsumi, they were sneaking around, because they knew how strong Izuku and 2B were, although neither of them liked the plan at all. Both of them, for once in their lives, had decided to play smart. Minato. I assume that they have the bomb at the top floor. Katsumi. Yeah, although I would love to fight both of them to show them their place. Minato. Don't worry if we run into either one of them. We will give them a beating they will never forget. Though before he could say another word they heard a loud crash. 2B POV. As she was running through the halls trying to find them, she couldn't. She knew that she could have ran at full speed, but she decided not to, though, because of not being able to find them. It made her extremely angry. To the point where, when she stopped running, she punched a huge hole in the wall out of rage. 2B. Releasing her bloodlust. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Clenching her fist until they bleed. Just then she screamed out something that scared the both of them. 2B. Come out of hiding. Come out so I can fucking kill you, brother. RRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR Hey bitch, I know you can hear me in this fucking building. Are you that afraid of me? Your fucking baby sisterrrrrrr. Even through she screamed these words out. No one responded, pissing her off more. 2B. Fine if you won't come out. I'll force you out. With the bomb. Izuku. Sitting down, oh shit. Falling blossom emotion. 2B. Deranged laughter and moves her hands in a certain posture. Her fingers. 2B. Domain expansion. Grape devours. Izuku. Well, they're fucked. Though Izuku was surprised. Because he could feel that they were still alive. Instead 2B had used her domain to completely hollow out the building. Making it so, they couldn't hide. Minato. Damn, where did all this dust come from? Katsumi. Minato, you okay? Minato. Yeah, I'm fine. 2B. There you are, brother. As Minato looked forward. Even though there was a dust cloud. He could still see her glowing green eyes. In those eyes he saw nothing but the desire for blood. A few minutes later. The dust completely cleared, revealing 2B. Her brother Minato. Usually he would have an ego as big as Katsuki's. But after looked at his sister's face, he had never known anger like this. It wasn't usual anger. Like the anger you would feel towards someone who had humiliated you, or anger that you feel when you didn't like someone. No, it was anger. To the point where, just one look and he knew. She would stop at nothing to end his life. 2B. You should have just came out when I told you to. Then maybe I wouldn't have had to use such a powerful technique on a disgrace like you. So now let's fight. So that I can end your fucking life forever. She rushed at him. Right as she came, Minato steeled his nerves and rushed her as well. They then started their battle. If you could even call it that. 'Cause right as 2B's fist made contact with Minato's stomach, she shattered his ribs. Minato. Red veins appear in eyes. 2B. What's the matter, brother? Not strong enough. Minato. Falls over because of the pain. Because of what happened. Katsumi's ego was completely shattered and she tried to run. Though she ended up not being able to move. 2B. Don't go, Katsumi-chan. I will give you your due punishment in time. Katsumi. While crying SPAREME. 2B. No, I don't think I will. Now shut up. Paralyzes her tongue. Now you brother. As she walked to him, she lifted her foot and stomped on his chest, causing him to scream in pain. 2B. While stomping on his chest yes. How the fuck does that feel, huh, brother? How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to have no one reach their hand out to you while you're pain? Tell me, how does SSSITTTTTT feel? Minato. Blood started to pour out of his eyes and ears, because of the pain. This continued, with 2B stomping on her brother while screaming at him in pure rage. Once she reached about 50 stomps, she stopped. Minato. Barely alive. 2B. Takes off blindfold. To see that, all of her brother's organs were either completely destroyed or unrecognizable. She then speaks in a low tone towards his ear. Oh, you thought I was done with you, we are just getting started. To say the next few hours were complete torture for Minato was an understatement, as 2B did everything to her brother. Like having him bleed out, hanging him with his organs, skinning him alive, even to the point where she force-fed him his organs. 2 hours later, 2B stood there completely covering in blood, and on the ground next to her was a completely broken Minato. 2B grabs his collar and lifts to her eye level and speaks in a cold tone. So how does it feel, brother? Minato doesn't answer. 2B. Unless you would like a round 2. Answer me, bitch. Minato. Weak voice. I. T-F-A-Ls. Terrible. 2B. Exactly. But you can't say anything about my rage. Why? Because you made me this way. Starts choking him. As Minato was dying, he looked at his sister. After all the torture, he was able to realize how horrible of a brother he had been. If only he had believed in his sister. Then maybe this wouldn't have had happened. So he didn't try to fight it. He knew full well that the only thing to calm his sister's rage was his death. Minato. Turning blue. 2B. Angry smile *D. In her rage, she ended up snapping Minato's neck. When the bomb, Izuku. Smiles. You needed this, 2B. Your brother was one of the people who caused you the most pain. So don't feel bad afterwards, he got what he deserved. Back with 2B. For Katsumi, she had watched the whole thing unfold before her very eyes. All the torture and all the anger. All of it. This in turn completely broke her too, knowing that she was in for the same treatment. 2B. Throws Minato's body to Katsumi or turn Katsumi. All Katsumi could do was stand there in fear of 2B, but she decided to steel herself and say something before she was killed. Katsumi. All I wanted was to protect you. From the hero world. From everything in this world. Why did it have to come to this? 2B. And you thought me suffering was the answer. You could have just talked to me, but no. You and your group had to ruin my fucking life, and for what? Katsumi couldn't answer her. 'Cause she was right. All of it was right. 2B. Grabs Katsumi's chin, making her look at her threatening green eyes. That's why me and the man I fell in love with will stop at nothing until you all are dead. I don't care who gets in my way or if I go to hell. At least if I go there, I get to torture you all for all eternity. Drops Katsumi. If you want sympathy, how's this? You were once my friend, Katsumi. Katsumi. Starts crying. 2B. But now I feel nothing for any of you. The only people I love now are my real brothers and sisters. Lastly being the one I love the most. To point I hope to have kids with him one day and that's Izuku. But before that, I have to rid myself of all of you. Katsumi. Accepts her fate. I hope you live a happy life. 2B. 2B. Emotionless face domain expansion. Grape devours. This time she didn't suppress the domain and then Katsumi and Minato were cut into millions of pieces. 2B. Looks up. That felt good. But I'm still not free yet. In the control room, everyone had watched what happened. None of them said a word, they were too scared to speak. So after 2B was done, about 10 minutes All Might broke the silence. All Might. Villain team wins. Izuku. Walks down to 2B. How do you feel? 2B. Opens her eyes to see Izuku standing there. Better. Izuku. Good, don't regret it. 2B. Trust me. I don't. In fact, I feel as if a weight has been lifted out of me. Izuku. That's great. Now let's go. 2B. Wait. As Izuku turned around, 2B suddenly kissed him, causing him to melt into it and start a make-out session. 5 minutes later, 2B. Stops. I know you heard everything I said. Izuku. Holding her waist. Yeah, I did and I feel the same. 2B. I always have. 2B. Gives him a peck. I'm glad. Izuku. I guess now this makes you my girlfriend, doesn't it? 2B. Smiling. Yes it does. Izuku. Let's finish what we started, then we can live a new life. 2B. I would love that. Right after this, they end up kissing again. So it could be a promise. Izuku. Grabs her hand. Let's get you cleaned up. 2B. Yes please. Then Izuku ended up teleporting them both home. Which this did cause them to have a hot night, cause when returning home they did not feel tired. But on top of that, 2 of their targets were dead. After returning the next day, everyone who knew what she had done had avoided 2B, though she really didn't care, cause they were not her end goal and neither were they Izuku's end goal. In classroom, after picking the class president, which ended up being Izuku and 2B, though they denied the offer and instead gave it to Momo and Lita. Alarm goes off. Izuku. Covering ears. Annoying. 2B. Agreed. After minute, they both get up and walk towards the door. Once they open it, though, they are met when a sea of students trying to escape. 2B. Trying to move through them. Yeah well, that's now going to happen. Izuku. Getting pissed. Fuck it. Reversal red. 2B. Domain amplification. As everyone was frozen in the hallway, Izuku came out of the room. Izuku. You can all hear me. So get the fuck back to your classes, before I kill you all. He then stopped using his red and everyone looked out of the window to see the media. Once they saw that, everyone obeyed Izuku's order. An hour later, Ochako. What's got you looking so tired? Izuku. Lita. Yeah, it's not professional to come to school. Izuku. Shut up. You try to fuck a girl all night without sleep. 2B. Smirking. You know, you enjoyed it. Izuku. Fully wakes up. Yeah, I did. 2B. Just like I said you would. Izuku. I knew I would enjoy it. I just didn't think I would get no sleep. But I'm already used to this. 'Cause of Gojo sensei. Ashido. Who? Izuku. A friend long past. Ashido. Oh, I'm sorry. Izuku. It's okay. Besides, he taught me everything I know. Shoji. So he taught you both how to fight? Izuku. No, only me. 2B had a different teacher. Ojiro. That being 2B. Hiro sensei. Ojiro. Wait, you said your teacher was Gojo, right? Izuku. Yup. Ojiro then got really scared cause he realized how truly dangerous these two really were. Izuku. What's got you so scared? Ojiro. 2B. Yeah, Ojiro. I know who your teachers are. 2B. Yeah, and Ojiro. You said they taught you everything. Izuku. Yes, down to the letter. Ojiro. Oh god. Well, now I understand why you say you're the strongest all the time. 2B. Well, if that's all, then, Uncle, you can start class again. Aizawa. Thank you. All right, now, we will be going to the USJ today. Before you asked Kaminari. It means unforeseen simulation joint. Now go put on your costumes and get to the bus. While in the bus, Asui. Hey Izuku, 2B. Izuku. Lifts up his blindfold to show one eye. What's up Asui? Asui. Call me Sue. Izuku. Okay, Asui. Anyway, I like to be blunt and speak whatever is on my mind. So I just wanted to ask, why do you hate them so much? 2B. Sigh, I can tell you're a good person Sue. So I'll tell you the short version. They were abused, neglected and beaten by all of them. To the point where I wanted to kill myself. Everyone except the tormentors looks at them both shocked. Izuku. So we promised, as soon as we gained power, they all would die by our hands. Sue. Doesn't say anything and hugs 2B. 2B. Doesn't say anything. As 2B was being hugged, she felt that her chest was wet, telling her that Asui was crying. Asui. I'm sorry you had to go through that and I'm sorry that I mentioned it to you. 2B. Hugs her back. Don't feel bad Sue. You were just curious, so I'm not mad. Besides, we're friends right? Asui. Yeah, 2B. So is your new friend, don't feel bad. Besides I have already made my decision. Asui. Now that I know, I can see why you hate them. If I were you, I would be doing the same thing. Lita. But you know murder isn't okay. That's the acts of a villain. Izuku. Lita, you were really started to piss me off. So one more word out of you about how we should rethink our actions and I will rip out you eyes and shove them down your throat. Now. Shut the fuck up. Lita. Sits back down while scared. 2B. Thanks babe. Izuku. No problem. Asterisk puts blindfold back on. 2B. Takes blindfold off and looks at Asui. Asui. But on another topic. I can't help but say both you and Izuku's powers are awesome. Juro. Right, it's as if they both are invincible. 2B. I only wish. But it's not that. However, if you wanna mention a cool quirk, it's Kaminari's and Ochako's. Kaminari. What? Me, but my weakness. Ochako. But I have that problem with throwing up. 2B. That doesn't matter. Besides, remember, you can overcome a weakness and make it a strength. Kaminari. I see. Ochako. You're right. Yeah, I'll become one of the strongest. Aizawa. Shut up all of you. We're here. They then get out the bus and go into the USJ. 13. Hello kids. Ochako. OMG I love 13. 2B. Chops her head. Ochako. Ouch. Pouting. What was that for? 2B. Sorry Ochako. You were fangirling. Ochako. Oh, I'm sorry. Just then before they could continue, the lights cut off and a purple portal comes out and out walks some villains. Though Izuku and 2B did notice that they brought an extra man, that being Jago. Izuku. Smirk, why am I happy he's here. 2B. Walks besides him. Well, he is a curse, so I imagine he had some way of coming back. Izuku. Well, let's do this. They both then rush at the villains. Izuku. Appears behind Jago. Yo. Jago. Turns around to see Gojo. Gojo Satoru. Izuku. Yo. What is your name again? Jago. Irritated Jago. You idiot. Izuku. Sorry, it's just I didn't care enough to remember it. Jago. Don't be so cocky. I'm strong. Izuku. Are you sure? Jago. Yes, allow me to give you a taste. Just then a volcano appears next to Izuku and fires at him. Izuku. While in the fire, I see. He doesn't really remember me. He just knew my name. Smiles in his mind. Now I can do the same thing Gojo-sensei did. Jago. Too easy. Turns around. Izuku. Hey. Jago then looks again to see the fire clearing up, revealing a uninjured Izuku. Izuku. Who are you calling easy? Jago. I can work with this. Now I play with you more. Jago then rushes him again and sets Izuku's head on fire, then punches his back, making another explosion. Jago. Pitiful. Turns around again. Izuku. We're not done yet. Jago. Looks again. How did you survive? I'm sure I hit you. Izuku. No you didn't, you hit the infinity between us. Puts out hand. Izuku. Childish tone, come on, I won't bite. Jago goes to him and tries to touch his hand but can't. What? I can't touch him. Izuku. See, we could even hold hands like this. Holds Jago's hand. Jago. I refuse. Izuku. Now you're making me embarrassed too. Punches Jago in the stomach multiple times and kicks him away. Izuku. Lifts finger. You know infinity exists everywhere. All my power allows me to do is bring it into reality. Play whole video. As Jago starts crashing through the trees in the USJ. Izuku is on him, kicking and punching him until eventually Jago jumps into the air and shoots fire down where Izuku was. Only for Izuku to be behind him. He then kicks him to the water zone. Izuku. No Yuji this time. Jago gets up while bruised. Where did he go? Izuku. Yo. Jago looks behind him to see Izuku. Izuku. I don't know man, you seem lackluster to me. Jago. Underestimating me is a foolish mistake, you know. So I would be careful. What Izuku says. Jago gets angry and lava starts to shoot out of his head. Don't underestimate me, brat. I'm going to enjoy swallowing up that smug face of yours. Hand signs. Without Yuji. Izuku. Wow. A domain expansion, that's so cool. Jago launches rocks at Izuku. Izuku breaks them if I remember correctly. Sensei said that the best way to defeat a domain is to expand your own and whoever's is more refined wins. Taking off blindfold. Jago. There won't even ashes of you left. Gojo Satoru launches lava and rocks at Izuku. The rocks stop in front of Izuku. Izuku fully takes off blindfold. Skip to 12 seconds. Then play the whole video. Izuku throws his head to the side. Like I said, you're weak. Alright, now let's see what everybody else is up to. 2B. No need. Izuku turns around to see 2B. So you took care of them. 2B. Yeah, all it took was a single domain expansion. Izuku. Nice. Well now lastly are you two. Tamura. You think you've won. Izuku. I mean, yeah we do. Tamura. Annoyed. Well either way it doesn't matter cause you're both going to die soon. Cause I am not the final boss. 2B. Childish tone asterisk you're not. Tamura. Indeed. A portal opens and out of it comes a big like man. Tamura. Nomu. Izuku. Childish tone. Wow, he sure is big. Tamura. Yeah, and he's the one who will put you both in a coffin. Izuku. Still childish, but coffins are so uncomfortable. Tamura. Shut up. Go Nomu. As the Nomu rushed at them at high speeds. It tried to hit them both, but the second before its fist made contact. Both Izuku and 2B disappeared. Tamura. What the? Where did they go? Right here. After Tamura turned around, he saw them both sitting on the fountain. Tamura. Angry asterisk how did you get there? 2B. One finger on her mouth. Childish tone it's a secret. Tamura. Go Nomu. The Nomu then rushed them again, but this time, 2B rushed at it as well and they ended up clashing their fist. Causing a large wind gust. Tamura. What the hell happened? As he looks he sees the Nomu with a massive hole in his chest and 2B standing there with her fist in the hole. 2B. Wow, I thought I lowered the output on that black flash. Oh well. Nomu. R-E. 2B. Suddenly turns serious. You're annoying. Lifts hand burn. Suddenly once she says that, half of the Nomu's body melts into paste. Tamura. Izuku. What's so funny? Tamura. You think you can defeat my Nomu? He has regeneration and shock absorption. So he can take on and 100% All Might. 2B. Regen huh? Tamura. Yes, indeed. 2B. Then I just needed to put more power into it. Tamura. Say what? 2B. Burn. Tamura didn't expect much, since she said the same thing as last time. So he thought it wouldn't work, but he didn't realize she wasn't really trying to kill it last time. It was just a little test. This time, she put more cursed energy into the technique. causing the entire Nomu to melt into paste, killing it. Tamura, waiting for it to regenerate. As he stood there waiting, nothing happened. Tamura, wait, why wouldn't it regen? 2B, 'cause I killed it. Tamura, what, how did you kill my Nomu? It was meant to defeat All Might. You cheater. 2B, back to being childish, you know that thing wasn't really that strong. Tamura, I've had enough. Rushes her. Tamura gets in close and tries to touch her. But Izuku gets in the way. But in the process Tamura ended up touching Izuku's arm, causing it to decay. Izuku, oh, cuts his arm off with his hand. Tamura, ha, now what will you do without your arm? Ah ha 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 ha. Izuku, pissed off and sticks out 2 fingers, max output. Red. Izuku on purposely missed and the red ball hit the water in the flood zone, causing a massive explosion. Izuku, I missed on purpose that time, to give you an idea on how outmatched you are. But, next time I won't miss. Charges up another red. Tamura couldn't help but stand there in fear, though before Izuku could shoot the red out, the door broke open revealing All Might. This distracted Izuku for a moment. Long enough for Tamura to get away, by teleporting. Izuku. Damn it 2B. Don't worry love, we'll get another chance to see him again, so what about Jago? As they look to where Jago's head once was, all they see are flowers and no Jago. Izuku. Hanami? 2B. I mean no other curse could do that, so it has to be her. Izuku. Oh well, we'll just have to kill her again. All Might. So where are the villains? Izuku. Dead. All Might. Why do you have to kill them? They're people to you know, you think you get to decide when someone lives and dies? You two are not gods. Izuku. And who the fuck are you to decide what I can't and cannot do, huh? Like you ever fucking cared about me in the first place. Besides, when you catch people they just get right back out and what? Oh I know. Kill more fucking people. When we fight them, they stay down permently. So don't push it with us you bitch. I still have half a mind to kill you right here and now, but I'm not going to do that. Because I want you to suffer. Now get the fuck out of my way. Punches him with a black flash, causing him to fall on his butt. Izuku. Looks down at him. With glowing blue eyes, if you follow us or even look in the same direction as us right now, trust me, I will give you an early death. Izuku and 2B then end up walking back up the stairs. Back to the students and leave back to the school. Back in the classroom, everyone was looking at Izuku in a weird way. Izuku. What? 2B. My love? Izuku. Yes. 2B. Do you plan on fixing that? Izuku. Looks to see his arm still missing now. He understood why everyone was looking at him weird. He had a missing arm and yet he acted as if it was normal. Izuku. Uses RCT asterisk, there we are. Clenching his fist good as new. 2B. Better. Izuku. Yup Aizawa. Alright listen up. Because of yesterday's events classes are suspended for a week. Izuku. Okay, Uncle 2B. Wanna go on a walk? Izuku. Sure. Right after this, Izuku ended up teleporting them both outside, so they could walk, and about 30 minutes later while walking a little girl ended up bumping into 2B's leg. 2B. Hello little one, are yo? After looking at her 2B could see how she was completely covered head to toe in bandages. This is turn pissed her off. 2B. Are you okay? Kneels to her level and reaches out her hand asterisk. Right away, the little girl ended up backing away, looking very afraid. 2B. It's okay, I'm not going to hurt you, I promise. Girl. Runs to her and holds on to her shirt very tightly. Place ease he help me. Just then they heard the voice of someone. Man. Sorry about that, my daughter can be quite clumsy. Izuku. It's okay. Lying 2B. Why is she covered in bandages? Man. She is quite clumsy. So don't mind it. While 2B was holding the girl, she started shaking violently. This told her everything she needed to know. Izuku. How about we take this somewhere private, man? Sure. 2B. Whispers to the girl, don't worry, I won't let him take you. The girl stopped shaking after hearing that. Right after walking a while, the man started to speak. Man. So are you two heroes? Izuku. In training, man. I see, then this makes it easier. Takes off clove and turns around. Right after turning around he tried to touch 2B. But Izuku ended up punching him in the face, sending him backwards. Izuku. 2B, get back. I got this, 2B. Alright. Jumps to the top of the building while holding the girl. She then looks down at them both. Man. Give me back my cure, Izuku. Are the reason she has those bandages overhaul? Overhaul. Indeed, it was necessary either way. Who cares about her? She is cursed anyway. Izuku. Pissed off, then you can die. Shoots a red at him. Overhaul. Dodges and a spike at him. Izuku. Impales him. Overhaul. Ha 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 ha. Now you get back here. Looks up at 2B. Izuku. Wait. Pulls out spike and uses RCT. It's not over. Overhaul. Stay, don't. I completely overwhelmed you, so stay down. Izuku. Huh. Man, honestly I'm actually shocked. Overhaul. Oh really? Here come the excuses. Izuku. Not at all, you bitch. Skip to 10 seconds. After Izuku said that, Overhaul started to sweat. He had never felt so much bloodlust in his whole life. Izuku. You better run. Overhaul, Overhaul. Not without you returning my cure to me. Izuku. Also, you didn't answer my question before. Overhaul. What I did? Izuku. I'm not talking about that, you idiot. I'm asking if you're the one who has caused her pain. Overhaul. What is it to you? Izuku. I've decided your punishment. Brain death, domain expansion. After saying this, Izuku's domain expansion came out. In the domain. Overhaul. I can't move. What is this? I feel like I know everything, but all the information is incomplete. Izuku. Grabs his head. This is the inner world of the limitless Overhaul, or Kaichisaki. I would explain it to you. But you don't deserve to know anything about it, so I'll just tell you this. The longer you stay here, the information will be forced into your brain until eventually, you'll die from information overload. Overhaul ended up getting scared hearing this, but he couldn't do anything since he couldn't move in the moment. Izuku. Don't be scared and don't try to beg. Cause when she begged you to stop you didn't. Once 10 minutes had passed, Overhaul had died, though just so the girl wouldn't see him again. Izuku used a hollow purple to destroy his body. Izuku. Stops his domain. Say hi to Minato. In hell, Overhaul. 2B. Jumps down while holding the girl. Izuku. Hey little one. Girl. Scared. Izuku. It's okay. I got rid of the bad man, he won't hurt you anymore. Girl. Why oh you me an IT? Izuku. Smiles of course. So what's your name? Girl. Eri. Izuku. Eri. That's a pretty name, girl. Thankyou. Izuku. So Eri. Wanna come with us? We'll bring you to some people who will help. They're nice as well. Eri. Okay. Holds Izuku's hand. Izuku. Alright, hold on. Teleports. He teleported to UA. Izuku. Alright. Now let's go. Eri. Picks her up. Eri. Hides her head in Izuku's shoulder. 2B. She getting used to him, like a dad. Izuku. Eri. What's your favorite treat? Eri. CA candy apples. Izuku. Alright, as soon as we're done with this, I'll take you to get some. Eri. Okay. After reaching the door, they open it to show Nezu and Aizawa. Nezu. Oh hello nephew. What can I do for you? Izuku. Hi uncle. I need to get this bundle of joy checked. Nezu. Alright. Let's get to it. Right as they get done talking, they all go to Recovery Girl to get Eri checked. Which after all of her scars got revealed, it was safe to say that Izuku and 2B were pissed. Izuku. Damn it. I should have taken my time tearing you apart. Overhaul. RG. So as far as I'm concerned she's fine. Just some scars and her mental state is bad. Besides that she's fine physically. Aizawa. I see. Well Eri, do you know where your parents are? Eri. I don't have parents. The bad man said I killed them. Crying HESAIDIW as cursed. Izuku. Clenching fist even harder. 2B. Hugs Eri. Shish. It's okay and you're not cursed. Eri. Hugs 2B and cries 2B. Caressing her hair. It's okay. Eri. So I'm not cur, said Mama, right as she heard that 2B froze, because she didn't expect to be called that. But after a minute she smiled. 2B. Yeah, you're not cursed and don't worry, Mama's here now. Hugging her even closer. About a minute later of calming Eri down, she fell asleep. 2B. Picks her up and lets her head rest on her shoulder. Izuku. Izuku. Yes, darling? 2B. We're adopting her, Izuku. I'm glad you said that, 'cause I was thinking the same thing. Uncle, can you get cut off? Nezu. I already have them ready. Izuku. Thank you. Afterwards both 2B and Izuku sign the paper, making them the new parents of Eri. Izuku. Alright. Now that's done. How about we take Eri home and give her the life she always wanted? 2B. Sounds good, Izuku. Alright, then let's go. He teleports the three of them home. 2B. Oh yeah, one last thing. Before we do this, uses RCT to heal her scars. Izuku. Nice. I wouldn't have wanted her. Sorry, I mean my daughter to have scars. 2B. Don't worry, you'll get used to it fast. Izuku. Yeah, I know. Now we can use that spare room we have. 2B. True. Walks over to the spare room and opens the door. Well, right now, it's not the way she would want it. But for now it'll do. Puts Eri to bed and covers her with the blankets. Izuku. Smiles. 2B. Leans down and kisses her forehead. Don't worry, sweetie. When you wake up, Mommy and Daddy will be here waiting for you. On top of that, you'll be able to live the life of your dreams. Izuku. Come on, darling. Let her daughter sleep. 2B. Okay, stands back up. Izuku. Walks out the room with 2B and closes the door. Alright, I'm going to bed. 2B. Grabs his hand and kisses him. About 5 minutes later. 2B and Izuku. Stops. 2B. Sleep with me tonight, Izuku. Blushing. Okay, I. Right after this, they both fall asleep together. The next day, they hear screaming coming from the room Eri was in, and 2B instantly wakes up and goes there to see her having a panic attack. 2B. Runs and hugs her. Shish, shish. Mama's here. Eri. Calms down, Mommy. Please don't leave. 2B. I won't, sweetheart. I promise. Izuku. Yells from the kitchen. Sweetheart, honey. Breakfast is ready. 2B. Come on, sweetie. Let's eat. Eri. Okay. Right after this, they all eat as a happy family. Right as they get done. Izuku. Come on, Eri. Let's go have some fun, Eri. Oh, okay. The three of them then leave the house and go have some fun for the rest of their day. A week later, during the entire week, both Izuku and 2B were being perfect parents towards Eri. To the point where now, she has been completely healed of her past trauma. On top of that, she can now get good nights of sleep. Because before, she would always have nightmares and wake up scared, but now she is a full bundle of joy, to the point of even rushing in her parents' room to wake them up, or just sleep with them. Currently, right now, both Izuku and 2B are asleep, so they were completely unaware of the little sunshine that had just sneaked in their room. Eri climbs up the bed and sits on her dad's stomach, quietly giggles. She currently was thinking about waking her parents up in a strange way, but she also hadn't known that Izuku had awoken when she climbed on him. Eri. About to scream. Izuku smirks and gets up, hugging his daughter. Eri. What? Izuku. You'll have to try harder to surprise Daddy, my little sunshine. Eri. Pouts and sticks a finger in Izuku's face. You were supposed to be surprised. Turns her head away. Bad Daddy. Izuku then felt like his heart got ripped out. Izuku. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Eri. It's a joke, Papa. Hugs him. I love you, Izuku. I love you more, Snowball. 2B. Wakes up. Oh. Rubs eyes. Hello, darling, Snowball. Eri. Morning, Mommy. Hugs him. 2B. Caressing her hair. Morning, Snowball. Right after this happy moment, they all get up and do everything they have to do, until they get ready for school. Eri. Happy Mommy, Daddy, look. Eri current outfit. 2B. You look beautiful, sweetie. If she was an angel, I wouldn't be surprised. Looks at Izuku. Izuku. Speechless, I feel like I just died from cuteness. 2B chuckles at his expression and picks up Eri. Ready, sweetie? Eri. Yeah, Izuku. Alright. Grabs 2B's hand and teleports to UA. Right after they teleport, the three of them end up at the door to their classroom. Izuku opens the door. 2B walks in. As they walked in, everyone looked at them with shocked faces. But they paid them no attention and just went to sit down. 2B sits down and puts Eri on her lap. Izuku sits down. Oh wait. Childish voice, hey Eri. Eri. Childish voice, yes daddy EYY. 2B chuckles, they are so alike. Izuku. Childish look what I brought, pulls out a candy apple. Eri. Yay. Looks to 2B, can I have it mommy? 2B. Sure sweetheart. Eri. Yay. Takes it and starts eating it. Katsuki. Can you shut up? Izuku. Ignoring him. Katsuki. Gets angry and smirks, hey Deku. Since when did you have a daughter and what's up with her horn? She's a freak. Eri. Eating her apple without a care. Izuku. Annoyed Katsuki. Shut your mouth or I'll do it for you. Katsuki. You can talk big, but I know I'm stronger than you. I always will be stronger than you. QUIKRLESS freak. Izuku. Yeah. Hand signs to mimic talking. Katsuki. Don't look DONW on me Deku. Besides I know your powers don't help your daughter, do they? Izuku. Yeah. Katsuki. Smirk, good. Walks to Eri and smacks the apple out of her hand. Yeah, how's that, you fucking little freak? Go ahead and run away. No one loves you anyway, so just get the fuck out of here. Eri. Scared papa, mama, starts crying. Izuku. Snap, 2B. Hugs Eri. Shish. It's okay Eri, I won't let the bad man hurt you. Katsuki. Oh yes I will. If it's to make that useless Deku suffer, then I have no problem killing his precious daughter. Charges a explosion. Though before he could move his hand it was suddenly grabbed. Katsuki. What? Looks to see Izuku. Izuku. Scary voice asterisk, I'll fucking kill you. Right after this, Izuku kicked him out of the classroom, making Katsuki fly through the wall. Katsuki. Damn Deku. Right as he says this, Izuku rushes him and completely destroys Katsuki. Izuku. You think I'm fucking done with you? Kicks him into the wall. While Katsuki was on the wall pinned, he couldn't do anything as Izuku started to punch and kick him everywhere super fast. While using blue and black flashes. From punches to the face, stomach, ribs and arms, and kicks to the same spots. Izuku. Losing himself to rage while punching Katsuki asterisk, what's wrong Katsuki? Huh? What was that about hurting my daughter? For Katsuki. He was in hell, as every single punch Izuku hit him with, broke a bone. Katsuki. Crying spa re-me, Izuku. You should have fucking thought of that when you said you would hurt my daughter. About 250 punches and kicks later, Katsuki was left a bloody mess, barely alive. Izuku. Backs up, you're lucky. I'm sparing your life, because I don't want my daughter to see a dead body. Evil smirk, but one more punch for good measure through. Pulls fist back. A bit later he hits Katsuki in the face one last time with everything he has. Izuku. BLACKFLASH. That last punch completely shattered Katsuki's skull into pieces. Izuku. That felt good as hell. Walks in the room. Everyone was in the hallway who watched was scared. Through no one in class 1A was scared cause they had gotten used to Izuku and 2B now. Eri. Hugging 2B tightly. Sniff mama. Sniff the bad man, won't get me right? 2B. No he won't, daddy took care of him. Izuku. Cleans the blood off his hands and walks to Eri and kneels to her level. Eri sweetie. Look at daddy please. Eri. Looks at him. Izuku. Puts hand on her cheek. I punished the bad man. He won't hurt you anymore. Eri. Scared he won't. Izuku. No he won't. Kisses her forehead. This makes her smile again, but she was still a little sad at something. Izuku. Oh come on Eri. You think daddy didn't come prepared? Pulls out another candy apple. Here you sweetheart. Eri. Yay. I love you papa. Takes the candy apple. Izuku. I love you too, Snowball. Puts hand on her head and roughs up her hair. Eri. Sweet giggle. A few minutes later, Aizawa comes in the class. Aizawa. Nephew. Why is Izuku? I'll explain. Goes to him and whispers in his ears. Aizawa. Oh. You should have waited for me, Izuku. Sorry. Eri. Looks up to see Aizawa * Uncle Kitty. Gets off 2B and runs to him. Uncle, you wanna try? Holds up her candy apple. Aizawa. Hello my sweet niece. Yeah, can I? Eri. Holds up her apple. Aizawa. Kneels down and takes a bite. Eri. Laughs. Aizawa. Picks her up and puts her on his shoulder. Alright everyone. Something important is about to happen. Everyone except for Izuku and 2B. Gulps Aizawa. The sports festival is about to start. Izuku. Smirks. Now, it's your turn Shoto and I will be the one to do it. 2B. Your time to be alive has expired. Shoka, Ochako. Alright, let's go get ready. Aizawa. Also nephew. Can you heal Katsuki? Izuku. Angry sigh. Fine. But it will only be this one time. Then I'll kill him later. A few hours later, right now in the stadium. The sports festival has started and everyone was excited, so after all the announcement, the teachers were ready to start the festival, which every class was standing at the entrance of the race. Izuku and 2B. Wearing gym clothes and standing at the end of the line *. Izuku. You know these are quite uncomfortable 2B. They're not that bad. Izuku. I'm done. Hey auntie. Midnight. What, Izuku? Can I take this off? Pulls on shirt. Midnight. Licks lips. Sure. 2B. Scary voice * auntie. Midnight. Alright, but yeah go ahead Izuku. Alright. What Izuku does, Izuku. Showing his muscles. Much better. 2B. Blushing while looking at him. Why do you have to do such sexy stuff all the time? Midnight. You too? Izuku. Yeah. Midnight. Everybody left already? Izuku. Looks oh they did? 2B. Wow, I'm surprised. Izuku. Well, we'll give them a head start so they don't lose instant. As Izuku and 2B were standing there talking to each other about normal things, they started to hear people in the crowd. Man. Those two don't seem like much hero. They're probably weak. Girl. I don't even know why they're here, if they weren't going to do anything. Izuku and 2B hearing this, got a little annoyed, but before they could act, they heard something that brought a smile to their faces. Eri. Yelling * go mommy, daddy. I believe in you, back to Izuku and 2B. Izuku. Smiling thank you sweetie. 2B. I think they have had enough time. Izuku. Yeah. 2B. Hey, I'll race you, hoping away. Izuku. Let's do this then. 2B. Alright. 1 Izuku. 2. 2B. 3 Izuku. Go. As they said that, a massive dust cloud appeared where they previous were. Izuku and 2B running through the course. Izuku. Running beside her. You know we could go faster? 2B. No need. Speeds up Izuku. Oh you're not losing me like that. Speeds up as well. Mike. And the winner ISSSSSSSSSSSSSSSS. Through the gate comes both Izuku and 2B at the same time. Mike. Izuku and 2B. After hearing that, the crowd went completely silent, because both of the people who stood at the entrance for an extra 10 minutes, ended up winning. Izuku. Smirks. Now they're quiet 2B. Well that's expected. About 4 minutes. Both Bakugo and Shoto came through the gate as well. But Bakugo ended up getting angry cause of Izuku and 2B winning before he did. Katsuki. Walks to Izuku and grabs his collar *. How did you win before me, useless Deku? You're supposed to be behind me, the next number 1. Izuku. Smacks his hand away. First off, don't fucking touch me. Secondly, you lost. Cause. Smiles and speaks in a childish voice * you're weak. 2B. Don't worry Katsuki. Be a good little doggy for a bit longer. Then we'll put you down. Katsuki. TCH. Stomps away Izuku. What nothing to say Shoto. Shoto. What's is there to say? Besides, I have already accepted my death. Izuku smiles. Oh, have you now? Red, as the red flies past him. Shoto gets ready to attack. 2B, you know you shouldn't lie, Shoto. So speak the truth. Shoto. Dark look, I will kill you both first. 2B, that's better, Shoto. But you had better stick to your word, cause if not. Appears in front of Shoto, with her fingers to his throat. I'll be the one to extinguish your fire. Shoto gulps in fear. 2B lowers her fingers. Come on, Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, I'm skipping the cavalry battle. I'm also skipping quite a lot of the battles. Cause most of them are the same as canon. Midnight. Next match. Izuku vs Kirishima. After a bit, both fighters appear in the arena. Izuku and Kirishima, smiling at each other while cracking their knuckles. Midnight. Are you ready? Izuku. Yeah. Kirishima. Yeah. Midnight. And begin. Izuku. Don't hold back. Kirishima. Same to you. Izuku. Sorry, Kirishima, but I need to reach the next match and I don't wanna hurt you. Moves fingers in an instant domain expansion. Infinite void. This one was different though. As 2B was watching, she knew. During their training, they realized that Gojo and Kiro could open their domains in 0.02 seconds. But during the training, Izuku and 2B managed to push it to 0.01 seconds. Through it didn't seem like much in terms of numbers. It was a tremendous boost in speed. Izuku walks to Kirishima. Sorry bro, but I've waited 8 years for the next match. I can't waste it. After this, meet me in Field Gamma and we will have a proper battle. Punches him out the ring and stops using his domain. Midnight. Izuku wins by ring out. He moves on. Izuku walks to Kirishima with a sad face and stick out his hand. Sorry bro. Kirishima smiles at him. It's okay. I understand your feelings run deep and yeah, after this meet me at Field Gamma and we'll settle this. Izuku. Thanks for understanding. Kirishima puts hand on his shoulder. It's okay bro, do what you have to do. Izuku clenches fist. Yeah, I will. Midnight. Next match is 2B vs Shoka. Just as before, both Shoka and 2B appeared in the ring. 2B walks to Shoka and whispers in her ear, just know Shoka, I'm gonna kill you. No one will stop me. So fight with everything you have. Not that I care in the slightest. Jumps back. Shoka couldn't help but be afraid. She didn't want to die. But she knew that she deserved this. So she would fight with everything she had. Midnight. Begin. Shoka steps on the ground, sending ice towards 2B. 2B. Melt. All the ice then melts before it reaches her. 2B. What's wrong, Shoka? I know that's not all you have. What happened to that fire you used when you were tormenting me? Shoka sends ice again. 2B. Melt. The same thing happens to the ice. Come on, Shoka. I don't see any of that overbearing confidence you had when you would beat me within an inch of my life. Shoka. Legs shaking. I didn't wanna do this. I never wanted it to come to this. Flashback in Shoka's mind. While Shoka was in school, she was one of the few people who bullied 2B. But one day she had started to doubt herself. Like, was this really the right thing to do? Was what she doing really right? So after thinking of this, she had decided to stop. But one day her brother Shoto and Katsuki had come to her and told her a lie. That they heard 2B and Izuku still talking about being heroes. So this ended up refueling her decision to bully them. But now they went at it even harder. As she was thinking this, she had no idea what was happening in the real world, so she didn't know that she had kneeled and started crying. Until she was grabbed by 2B. Shoka looks up at her. 2B, holding her chin with rage in her eyes, whispers tears. Shoka, really? Do you really know how much I cried for you to stop and you never did? Do you know how I hurt because of you? So do you really think I will feel any sort of sympathy for you? If you wanted to protect me, maybe you could have talked to me. But look where it's got you now. In despair. So now you know how it feels, Shoka. Now try to deal with that feeling for your whole life. The only reason I found happiness was because of Izuku and Eri. But we will never be complete until all of you are dead. Shoka. Crying. THNDO it. 2B. What, Shoka? looks at her while crying asterisk then do it. You know I deserve it. You were like a sister to me and I betrayed you, left you to the wolves. I deserve it, I deserve it. I know I do. Lays down on the ground and cries. 2B. Twisted smile in her head I like this feeling. Now they're begging me for death. Yes 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 yes, this is what I have been waiting for. Fight me Shoka, Shoka. Crying still I can't. No taf tear everything I've do nay. 2B. Stand up and fight me, you bitch. Shoka. Fine, sister. I love you gets up and punches 2B. After this, they both start to trade punches. Though Shoka's were not landing as often as she would have liked. 2B. Good, good, give me Marie Shoka. Starts using black flashes. Shoka. Uses ice and fire. During this, 2B was starting to lose herself and because of this, she completely destroyed Shoka. Like this without talking. Also skip to 43. During that flurry of punches, Shoka had been killed, but 2B didn't stop destroying her body as she was lost in her anger. People were trying to call out to her but she couldn't hear them. 2B. Lifts hand for a punch asterisk die for me Shoka. Before she could land her punch through, her arm was grabbed. While 2B was seeing red she looked in the direction to see Izuku. Izuku. Holding her arm that's enough darling. 2B. Calms down baby I. Looks at her hands to see them covered in red. As she looked down she saw what was left of Shoka. Her head had been completely dismantled, having a massive hole in the side of it. As for the rest of her body, she had baseball-like holes everywhere. As 2B looked at the body, she felt nothing, no sympathy, no sadness, no regret, no happiness either. 2B. Looks at her face. Shoka died with a smile. 2B. I love you too sister. I hope in another life, we could have been great friends. Burn. Just then as she said that in her mind, Shoka's body melted into nothingness. Suddenly 2B's vision went blurry. Once she touched her cheek. She realized she was crying, though she felt no sadness. So they were just emotionless tears. 2B. Turns to hug Izuku and speaks in a tired voice can we go? Izuku. Of course love. Teleports away. Mike. So we're just gonna take a small break before the next match. In a room with a bed. 2B. Walks to the bed and lays down in it, closing her eyes. Izuku. Sits down on a chair right next to her. Eri. Bust through the door while crying asterisk mommy. 2B. Looks in her direction Eri. Eri. Runs to her and jumps on the bed. Hugging her mother while crying in her chest do ent do th at again. Iid ont wa nna lossy you mo mmy. 2B. Looks at her with a sad smile I'm sorry Eri. I lost myself to my rage and made you see an ugly side of me. Hugs her daughter back I promise. Mommy won't do it again. Eri. Looks up with tears you promise. 2B. Kisses her forehead I promise. Eri. Buries her head in 2B's chest and cries silently. 2B. Caressing her head while laying down. For a while, the room was completely silent. The sound that could be heard was the sound of 2B caressing Eri's head. Suddenly about 30 minutes later, they hear an announcement. Mike. Alright let's get this show on the road. Izuku. Sighs and gets up you stay here honey. 2B. Good luck darling. Izuku. Kisses her thank you. After going to the arena, everyone was quiet because of the current match that would take place. Izuku vs Shoto. Izuku. You know Shoto. I'm going to do the same thing 2B did to your sister. So forfeit and I'll make it painless. Shoto. Don't kid yourself. Besides I won't be the one to die today. Izuku. Oh really? Prove it to me then. Shoto. Gets ready I'm about to. Midnight. Start. As the match started Izuku didn't move an inch from the spot he was at. For Shoto, he decided to take a different approach from his recently killed sister. Instead of using his ice or fire he just rushed Izuku and tried to punch him. But every single time he tried to hit him, his fist would stop moving when it got close to hitting Izuku. Izuku. Yawning man, you really are boring Shoto. Shoto. Shut up. This continues for another 2 minutes before Shoto gets tired. Shoto. Huff. Huff. Izuku. Wow, you're tired already. Well then I guess it's my turn now. Shoto. What are yo? Izuku. Gut checks him. Shoto. Vomit, s. Izuku. You shouldn't waste your time talking to me. Shoto. Tries to hit him again. Izuku. Stop wasting your time, Shoto. Just use your fucking ice and fire that you are so proud of. Kicks him away. Today I will prove to you how worthless your power is. Shoto. Fine, you want fire. Uses both his powers, I'll give you fire. Izuku. Smirk, yes, that's better. Shoto. Shoots a fireball at Izuku. Once the fire makes contact, Izuku gets completely covered in fire. Smentos. On comms, Midnight, we should stop this match. Midnight. I know. I don't know how much Izuku can take. Shoto. Ahahahahahahahaha. How's that, Izuku? How can you even compare to me? Feels touch and turns around, completely shocked. Izuku. Touches Shoto's shoulder. I don't compare. Why? Because if I compared myself to you, that would be me saying I was weak. Shoto. Tick mark asterisk. Why can't you just die? Izuku. Glowing blue eyes. If you want me dead, you will have to earn it. Shoto. Jumps away and shoots fire at him. Izuku. Blue. Just then all the flames get absorbed into a blue orb, making them disappear. Once they do, Shoto sees a disappointed Izuku. Izuku. You know, Shoto, I thought you or your sister would give me and 2B a good fight. But now that we're actually fighting, I'm realizing that you and your sister are so underwhelming. I really expected you to, at the very least, give Mew or her a challenge. But disappears. In the blink of an eye, Izuku reappears in front of Shoto, with his hand in Shoto's chest. Izuku. It turns out this was just a big waste of time. So I see no reason to keep you alive anymore. Rips out his heart. Shoto falls to his knees while looking at Izuku. As Izuku rises Shoto's heart over his head, he crushes it, making blood splash all over his face. Shoto. Dies. Izuku. Stomps on his head. You wanted to be the strongest so badly, Shoto. Now you can chase your dreams in hell. Teleports back to 2B. Just then, right after that, the sports festival came to end, leaving a bad feeling in everybody's stomach as they could say nothing. Because of the fact that 2 people had been killed during this single event. However, on top of that, 1 student had disappeared from UA that day as well, that student being Katsuki Bakugo. Izuku. You're next, father. Right after the sports festival, everyone except for Class 1A was shocked at the display Izuku and 2B gave. Currently in Class 2B, sitting down with Eri on her lap. Ochako. I'm worried about Bakugo. Izuku. What makes you say that? Ochako. Well, if you didn't hear the news, he apparently disappeared after the festival. Izuku. Smirking. Oh, trust me. I'm well aware. 2B. Notices. Ochako. Well, either way, knowing our heroes, he'll be fine. Izuku. Yeah, he will. 2B. Baby, can you behave? Me and daddy have to talk. Eri. Okay, mommy. Izuku and 2B then walk outside the class. 2B. Okay, Izuku, what did you do? Izuku. Come here. Whispers in her ear. 2B. Smiling. I see. Perfect. I love the plan. Izuku. I know, right? 2B. Alright. Now let's wait for it all to unfold. Izuku. Yeah. With the heroes in the meeting room, everyone was discussing what to do about the incident with Bakugo and the Todorokis. That was until randomly out of nowhere Nezu got an anonymous tip on his computer, telling him the location of the League of Villains. At first he didn't believe it until he opened the email and it showed a video of Bakugo walking into a purple portal. After confirming the video was not Photoshop, Naomisu tried to reach out to the person who sent the tip. But every time they tried it would always fail to send or just get forwarded to a random email. Naomisu. Damn it, I can't reach them. All Might. Who cares? We have all the information we need, so let's go get Bakugo back. Endeavor. All Might is right, besides they won't be expecting us. Nezu didn't like it, but he couldn't deny them either as they were right. Nezu. Very well, we'll attack them by nightfall everyone, right? Outside the room, Izuku. smiles and walks away with hands in his pockets. Fools. A couple hours later, everyone gathers together along with the police. With the love. AFO. Well said, boy. Bakugo. Yeah, so give me the power to kill them. AFO. Of course. But before that, we need to get you ready. So follow me. After leading Bakugo to the Dr. Ujiko, he ends up going into a room with a lot of cursed seals. AFO. So I have confirmed it. He does have the technique you are looking for. Currently, the person AFO is talking to is sitting on a chair. A glass window is separating them both. Bored as hell. Another thing is the room is covered in cursed seals preventing the person from escaping. So what now, huh? Another pawn tries to break out. AFO. Oh, don't try it. I don't care who you are. You won't be able to break out of here, Sukuna. Sukuna. Pissed off, you talk big for someone who had to capture me. AFO. Is that really the thanks I get for creating a copy of Megumi's body for you? Sukuna. Taps the glass. I don't care. You trapped me, so I will kill you without mercy when I get out. AFO. You only have one finger right now, so your threats mean nothing. Sukuna. Just wait. Your time will come, now leave me the hell alone. AFO. Oh. I was going to give you his Tachinke, but I guess not. Sukuna. You underestimate me. As soon as you brought that boy, I could sense that he had the 10 shadows techniques. AFO. Very good, and as promised, when I give you that Tachinke, you will take over my body. Sukuna. Yeah. Just fuck off. AFO. As you wish. King of no one. Sukuna. Angry, AFO then leaves. Sukuna. You wish I would take you over. This body is already good enough. Besides that, it even has a copy of Megumi's soul in it, even though it's a dead soul. It's a soul. Back with the heroes, with them. All of the heroes surrounded the building the love were in. Until eventually All Might broke through the wall. AFO. Hears the crash and gets angry. Damn it, this is ahead of schedule. Oh well, guess we just have to do it now. Hey boy. Bakugo. Yes, master. AFO. Doctor, is it ready? Ujiko. Yes, I've already taken it. AFO. Good. Sorry my boy, but I no longer have use of you now. AFO then kills Bakugo. AFO. Is it done? Ujiko. Yes, I've already given it to Sukuna. AFO. Good, now I can. But before AFO could go to Sukuna, he sensed that his student was in danger. So he had to make a choice. Either let Sukuna take over or let his student get captured. AFO. Damn it. I'll just do it later. Just then AFO goes to the Nomu factory and does the same thing he did in canon, while teleporting his student and his allies to himself. But before he could do something he stopped. AFO. So you're here too. After said that he ended up blocking a punch from All Might. They end up having the same fight as in canon. During the fight, one of the heroes decided to explore the love lair, to see if any people were in there to be saved. Sukuna. Senses a person. Good, come to me. Pretends to be unconscious. Soon after exploring the lair, the hero ends up running into Sukuna and after a minute, he breaks him out of the room. Hero. On radio, yeah, I found a man. He seemed to be trapped. As the hero was talking, he didn't notice the man raising behind him. Sukuna. Thank you. Hero. Wah, before the hero could talk, he ended up getting cut into pieces. Sukuna. Weakling. Walks away. Soon afterwards Sukuna reaches the surface and sees AFO defeated and a man standing there in victory. Suddenly as All Might was standing there, he heard clapping. Turning around he saw it was Izuku, with a crazy look on his face. Izuku. Very good father, I didn't think you would defeat AFO, congrats. All Might. Thanks. So feels extreme pain. Looking down he saw Izuku had stabbed All Might in his weak spot. Izuku. Oh come on, you really thought I was here to save you. As Izuku was standing there, he sensed another presense, which made him very happy. Izuku. Ah. I'm so glad you're still alive. Sukuna. All Might. Trying to crawl away, leaving a blood trail. Izuku. Oh don't try to get away father. Stomps on his stomach preventing him from leaving, but I do have good news. All Might. WH Izuku. Because I just sensed another person who will give me a real challenge besides 2B. So I'll make your death quick. But painful. Izuku then started to use his knife and hands to reopen his father's old wound. All Might. Screams in pain Izuku. Come on Dad. Don't give up on me now. After about 2 minutes he completely reopened All Might's wound. Izuku. Alright, here comes the really painful part. Sticks his hand in the wound. All Might. Screams in pain with red veins in his eyes. Izuku. And there, stops moving his hand * All Might. Weak voice * WH at a re-UDOing. Izuku. Have you ever wondered what it's like to explode from the inside out? Let's test it. All Might. Wait son. Izuku. 1 All Might. Wait. Izuku. 2. All Might. Crying * please Izuku. 3. Red, the next moment was like a movie. As Izuku said those words his father's body literally blew up, sending his pieces everywhere. Izuku. Smiles * that's what I call an out-of-body expercise. Calms down and teleports right in front of Sukuna. Sukuna. Smiles Gojo Satoru. No, you're not him. Izuku. You're right. I'm his descendant. Izuku Gojo. Sukuna. Well, I don't care. You look like him, so I'll call you Gojo. Gets ready. Izuku. Childish whoa. Sukuna. I don't want to fight. Besides this you is too weak. Sukuna. Try me. Izuku. Fine. Domain expansion. Infinite void. Just as he says that, Sukuna gets hit by it for a second, but Izuku then instantly stops his domain. Izuku. See, you're pathetic. You don't even have enough cursed energy to summon Mahoraga or use his ability. You can't even use your domain. Sukuna. Pissed off, so what will you do about it? Izuku. I wanna fight you at full power. So I say stay here and I'll collect all your fingers for you. Sukuna. Smiles you're a fool. Izuku. Ah, thanks Sukuna. Sukuna. Annoyed * shut up. Izuku. No, anyway I'll be back. Sukuna. You know, if you do this, you could lose just like your master did. Izuku. Just a hint of advice Sukuna. I'm not Gojo. Izuku disappears. Sukuna. Arrogant boy. After about 5 minutes Izuku reappears holding 19 fingers. Izuku. Here you go. Sukuna. Wow, I didn't expect this. 2B. Appears as well. Hey darling, are you? Sukuna. Looks at her. Izuku. Oh hey darling. I assume you know who this is. 2B. Crazy smile Sukuna. Sukuna. I'm guessing you're the descendant of Kiro. 2B. Yeah, name's 2B. Sukuna. 2B, huh. About a minute later Sukuna eats all of his fingers. Sukuna. Full power now, let's do this. 2B. It's been a while since I had a challenge besides Izuku. Cracks knuckles, this'll be fun. Izuku. Wait. I say let's do this a week from now. Sukuna. Why not now? We have this whole city has our playground. Why afraid you would lose? 2B. Giggles. Sukuna. Pissed off. Izuku. Anyway, I'll see you Sukuna. Teleports away with 2B. Sukuna. Bastard, I'll be waiting. Back at the school, every single one of Izuku and 2B's friends were waiting. Yuji. Gojo sensei. Izuku. Shibi-yo. Yuta. We were worried. We ended up sensing Sukuna. Toji. Who? Maki. Later brother. Megumi. But is he here? Izuku. Yeah, and I gave him all his fingers. Everyone was silent after hearing that. Before they started to yell at Izuku. Izuku. It's fine. Besides I finally get to go all out now. Yuji. But, 2B. Don't worry Yuji-chan. We're much stronger than you think, believe me. Maki. Well let's rest for now. Since my guess is you did the same thing Gojo did. Izuku. Yeah, we'll fight in a week. Yuta. Fine. Toto. Still, I worry. Izuku. Prideful voice, don't worry. We're the strongest. Everyone. Sweat drop right. After this everyone goes to sleep. Back to Sukuna. Sukuna ended up finding his old corpse and ate it, giving him the ability to change back to it. Sukuna. This'll do. Let's see what you're made of, Izuku Gojo. During the week, not much happened as on both sides they just waited for the day. Although one thing did happen. Izuku and 2B had another hot night before the day, and afterwards 2B did get pregnant. Making it so, Izuku was the only one who could fight Sukuna. Izuku puts on outfit. Izuku walks to the roof. Utahime. So, Gojo, do you need the boost? Izuku. No thanks, Utahime-chan. I got this. Utahime. Alright. Izuku. Back up. Alright Sukuna. Let me give you a blast from the past. Starts chanting. With Sukuna. Sukuna senses something and turns head in the direction. With Izuku. Izuku positions fingers and opens eyes. 200% hollow purple. As Izuku says that the hollow purple makes its way to Sukuna. Sukuna blocks it. Even though he blocked it, the hollow purple still hurt Sukuna, although he healed it instantly. Izuku flies to him. Sukuna looks up to Izuku. Izuku lands on the ground. So how did it feel, Sukuna? Consecutive usage. Sukuna. You're just as stupid as your teacher. Feeling good about a surprise attack. Izuku. Yeah, fish this, fish that. Sukuna. Well, if you won't listen then I'll just start by killing you. That'll shut you up forever. Izuku. Oh, I wouldn't underestimate me. They both then get into their stance. Listen to this, if you want. I do not own this video either. Just then Izuku and Sukuna rush at each other and start to fight. Throwing punches and kicks. But after about 1 minute they spit and start running through the city. But Sukuna catches Izuku first and then Izuku turns around. Both using a black flash, they clash fist making a big explosion. Through after a bit they both come out. He destroy building and look at the already destroyed city. Izuku. Thank you Sukuna. Sukuna. For what? Izuku. The fight. Punches him away. Though Sukuna ended up blocking it. Izuku. Lifts fingers. Come on. Sukuna, let's turn it up a notch. Sukuna. It'll end just like last time. Izuku. Just a hint of warning. I have just as much cursed energy as you. Sukuna. Shut up and let's do this. Sukuna and Izuku. Domain expansion. Infinite void. Malevolent shrine. While in their domains, Izuku and Sukuna had crazy smiles on their faces. After a while Sukuna noticed Izuku's domain was not breaking, like Gojo's did. Sukuna. Tell me boy. Why won't your domain break? Izuku. I'm applying the red effect to its barrier, making it so your attacks are being repelled. Sukuna. Shocked. He wasn't lying, he truly does have as much as me. I see. You are worthy. Jumps down from the shrine. Izuku. Confused. Sukuna. Fuga. Sukuna then uses his fire arrow against Izuku. Izuku dodges it, but in turn, it ends up breaking Izuku's consecutive usage, which broke his domain. Sukuna. Smiles. Izuku. I'm glad I am very resistant to pain. How does he do it? Tries to run. Before Izuku could run though, Sukuna was on him trying to strike him. But Izuku was blocking it. Izuku. Kneel, S. Simple domain. Izuku then rushes Sukuna and tries to fight him. But Sukuna was just a bit faster. Izuku. Blue. Sukuna then gets pulled into Izuku. But he tries to hit Izuku with a Fuga. But Izuku dodges it and locks his legs around Sukuna. Izuku. I figured out your domain. Red. The red then makes contact with Sukuna and knocks him into the shrine, destroying his domain. Izuku. Fully heals. After the dust settles, Sukuna stands there harmed but not dead. Sukuna. Heals. They then start to fight again. Around the city. Izuku. Throws rock at Sukuna. Sukuna. Cleave. As the rock breaks, Izuku appears in front of Sukuna. Izuku. Punches him with a black flash, knocking Sukuna into a building. Jumps into building. Izuku. New move. Sukuna. Dismantle. Izuku. Dodges. Izuku then applies blue to Sukuna's body, while also shooting a red at him, causing the effect the same as his blue fist, just stronger. Izuku. Jumps towards Sukuna to punch him again. Sukuna. Looks at Izuku. Domain expansion. Malevolent Shrine. Izuku. Shit, Sukuna. Show me more of your tricks. Izuku. Izuku. Uses Falling Blossom emotion before he could get cut. Sukuna and Izuku then start to exchange a flurry of punks. Izuku. While fighting, how does it work? How you do it, Sukuna? Your barrierless domain. Punches away Sukuna * blue max output. While Sukuna was dealing with that, Izuku looked around for a second and noticed a flaw with this domain expansion. Izuku. Domain expansion. Infinite void. Izuku then expands his domain to be larger than Sukuna's. As he does that, both domains break. Izuku. Glad I guessed right. Sukuna. Walks back to Izuku. You truly are stronger than Gojo. But you are a fool if you think you can defeat with just this. Also, I'm done playing with you. Sukuna then turns into his true form. Without weapons. Izuku. Laughing. Oh, you're one ugly motherfucker. Sukuna. Laugh while you can. Dismantle. Domain expansion. Izuku. Shocked. What? Just then Izuku gets cut by both Dismantle and Malevolent Shrine. Sukuna. Stops domain. Izuku, you were a good opponent. Much better than Gojo, but this is the end. Izuku. Looking down. After a bit of silence, Izuku starts to giggle, until it turns into full-blown laughter. Izuku. Ha 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 ha. Izuku then looks at Sukuna with a crazy look on his face, and he looks up and starts to talk himself. Izuku. I finally understand how you did it. Sukana. Rushes him. Sukuna. Activates domain. Izuku. Goes back to back with Sukuna * blue, red mix. As they hit Sukuna, the domain breaks. Izuku. Grabs Sukuna's head and drags it through the wall. Sukuna. Punches Izuku, though the punch didn't reach Izuku, as Sukuna had forgotten to use domain amplification. Izuku. Punches him into a pillar. Izuku and Sukuna. Moves fingers to show another domain about to be opened. Izuku. Smiles. Sukuna. What's got you smiling? I'll ensure this kills you. Izuku. 'Cause I realized my domain has evolved due to that risk I took. I took the force of both of those moves to understand your domain. Then apply the same effect to my own. Sukuna. Speak sense. Izuku. Sorry. Moves fingers. New domain. Izuku and Sukuna. Domain expansion. Malevolent Shrine. Izuku. New domain. Endless void. Crazy smile. To say Sukuna was surprised was an understatement. Has Izuku casted a barrierless, infinite void? Izuku. Smiling wide. I'm fully aware of the size of your domain, Sukuna. But my domain is 50 meters bigger than yours. Sukuna. Smiling. You crazy kid. As the domains were clashing, Izuku did something that surprised Sukuna again. Izuku. Max output red. Just as he does that, Sukuna's domain breaks, making him get caught in the domain. Sukuna. Summons Mahoraga. After Mahoraga was summoned, Izuku's domain broke instantly. Sukuna. Calls him back but keeps the wheel. Izuku. Lands on the ground and face returns to normal. Sukuna. What? No domain. Izuku. He fell for it. Nah, I just didn't expect you to use that useless shadow. Sukuna. Well, since you're so prideful and arrogant, you start first. Izuku. How nice of you. Domain expanse. Suffers CTBO. Sukuna. I knew you would reach your limit soon. So now I'll end your pathetic life. Domain expanse suffers CTBO. Izuku. Ha 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 ha. I told you Sukana. I have the same amount of cursed as you. I have cursed energy for other things, but no domain. Sukuna. Wipes eyes. Oh yeah, then. All just. Izuku. Too late. Flurry of punches and kicks him into a building. Good. Mahoraga has adapted to my domain, but not my infinity. I can't afford to have him adapt to it. Sukuna. Tries to block Izuku. Izuku. Punches him with a black flash, knocking Sukuna out. Mahoraga comes out. Izuku. Get the fuck out of the way. Red. As the red hits Mahoraga, he doesn't die to it. Izuku. Good. Binding vow. Sukuna. Wakes up. As Sukuna wakes up, Mahoruga goes back to his side. Then Sukuna summons Ajito as well. Izuku. What? Need these useless pieces of shit to hold your hand? Sukuna doesn't respond. As they stare at each other for a bit, all three of them start to jump Izuku, though he holds his own but not so great. Izuku. I need it. Hits Ajito and Mahoruga with black flashes. Izuku. Red. This one was even weaker than usual. It also resulted in Mahoruga completely adapting to red. Mahoruga punches Izuku out the building. Sukuna appears out the shadow and kicks Izuku. Ajito punches him with no effect. Izuku looks at Ajito. You're too weak. Get lost. Max output blue. This blue completely kills Ajito. Izuku smiles again. On top of that, my voltage has increased. Izuku. It's done. Asterisk floats in the air. Sukuna, seeing this, gets very nervous as he realized Izuku got the same thing his teacher got when they fought. But this one was much stronger. Sukuna. If he uses purple, it's all over, so I have to be ready. Izuku creates a blue in the sky. Sukuna. MAHORAGA. Mahoruga then rushes into the sky. But Izuku had one more surprise. Izuku looks at Mahoruga. Asterisk, it takes 3 seconds for you to adapt to something completely on the last roll. But you haven't adapted to blue at all. After creating that purple, Mahoruga ended up dead and Sukuna was injured heavily. Izuku. Injured but healing. I did tell you, Sukuna. I'd win. Do it, it's your only option. Sukuna looks at him and whispers world slash. Izuku. Hollow purple. Suddenly, a large slash and the purple orb ended up clashing, causing them both to cancel out. Sukuna. Panicking. Asterisk, how did my technique lose? Izuku. Breathing heavy. You didn't notice, Sukuna. By the time you summoned Mahoruga, I made a binding vow that would allow me to use 2 hollow purples for free. Although the only downside was the first one I had to charge up, the second one however I could use instantly without charge. Meaning, I win. Sukuna. Laugh. I don't think so. You had to use that first hollow purple, so you are out of cursed energy as well. Izuku. That's where you were wrong, Sukuna. Do you remember consecutive usage? Sukuna. Yes, Izuku. I know that technique as well, and I learned that skill can also be used in another way that 2B taught me. You can use it to store the energy of an attack, while using the technique. So by the start of the fight I used that skill to store the energy of a new attack. I'll probably only be able to use it once though. Gets in stance. You were amazing, Sukuna. You truly deserve your title as the strongest. Sukuna. You were amazing as well. Izuku. Releases the stored energy. Asterisk 300% hollow purple. Due to the power of the attack, Izuku's arm got destroyed when shooting it, though he healed it instantly afterwards with what little RCT he had. The attack completely destroyed Sukuna. Nothing was left. Izuku. Did you see it, 2B? I won. Falls to the ground and passes out. On that day, the King of Curses was killed by the new strongest, Izuku Gojo. Right after Sukuna's death, Izuku had returned to 2B to inform her of the news, which in turn made her happy, although one thing that did make Izuku upset was that Bakugo was killed before he could do it. But in the end he decided not to worry about it too much, as in his own words. Izuku. As long as that bitch is dead, I couldn't care less about what happens to him. Besides that point, another thing that happened after Sukuna's death was that the cursed spirits all around the world lost a big portion of their powers. But it was quickly restored because of Izuku and 2B's existence. And so the world was mostly at peace after the final fight between the strongest sorcerers in history. As for Izuku and 2B, things were great. A few years later, she had given birth to a wonderful boy named Kirito. Right after his birth their family had been completed. Though one other thing they both had decided after their son's birth was that they had chosen not to be heroes, since it just didn't suit them anymore, as they said, and something else they didn't tell anyone, but instead of being a hero, they would be jujutsu sorcerers instead, and because of them making themselves known to the world, they were considered vigilantes. But they didn't really care, as no one could really stop them. But it was not as if they were hurting anyone who didn't deserve it. All they were doing was hurting down curses and killing people who were not worthy of life. Although as happy as they may seem, there was still 2 more people who needed to be killed before they could truly be at peace. In an open field their 4 people are standing there. 2 of them staring at the other 2 with absolute hate in their eyes, and the other 2 have sad looks on their faces. The 4 of them being Izuku Gojo and 2B Gojo, and the other 2 being Momo and Izumi. Izuku had decided to ask one last question to them both. Yes, they got married. Izuku, why did you do this? If you had just believed in us both, this never would have happened. You never would have been in this situation in the first place, and all of that blood wouldn't been on your hands. Izumi, I know. 2B, and you. Do think I was lying when I said what I said? I was still willing to love you as my sister. I was willing to be all this behind us, and yet you were the one who pulled the trigger. You were the one who wanted this. All you had to do was stop, yet you kept going despite me telling you where this would lead. Momo, I know. Izuku, do you really? Because you both are fools. Izumi and Momo, what? 2B, what he means is, even though we both hate your guts and want to see you both burn in hell. Izumi and Momo, sad faces. Izuku, sad smile, you're still our siblings. After hearing that, both Izumi and Momo were surprised, but they ended up bursting into tears and hugged their siblings one last time. Izumi, crying, I'm sorry brother, stops hugging him and accepts her fate. Momo, crying, I'm sorry sister. I'm sorry I couldn't be a better sibling to you, I shouldn't have done that to you. Live your life to the fullest, you deserve it, stops hugging her and accepts her fate. Izuku, do it 2B. 2B, moves fingers because you are our closest siblings. I'll make it painless. Domain expansion. Grape devours. Izumi and Momo, we lived the best we could, but now it's time for you both to live your own lives. I'm sorry for everything I did, and I love you. Just then Izumi and Momo were cut into pieces instantly, making their death quick and painless. 2B stops her domain. It's finally over. Both Izuku and 2B fell into the grass and stared off at the sky. Finally, after so long in their life, they felt free. 30 minutes later, Izuku, come on 2B. Our kids are waiting. 2B, wait, what about our moms? Izuku, no need, I already feel free, I don't need their blood. But I don't ever want to see them again. 2B, yeah, you're right. Izuku, come on. Reaches out hand, let's go home. 2B, right, grabs his hand. They both teleport away, and with that the whole tale was told about how the strongest sorcerers in history lived their lives and how the 2 names that would be permanently be engraved into history. Izuku Gojo, 2B Gojo. The strongest sorcerers to ever live. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and now we will see you in the next video.